opinions expressed on this show are not to be presented as facts or an indicting nature to any party, viewing, or mention. We hope you're entertained. Thanks for watching.
3 of them niggas, man.
It's Wednesday again.
Yeah, I'm back. I'm back like cooked crack.
What does your mean? Does it mean hello?
What up?
And y'all
Can I
gotta
say
see we got other voices in the room.
You even let us introduce you yet.
The voice, Free Lil Durk.
Free Smirk.
Cody's back. He found the apartment, so he all good now. Ain't that right?
What's what you telling everybody?
Wow, yeah, I didn't even know that. I mean, you know,
And you ain't know Cody was homeless?
We all homeless. If we ain't in Africa, we trying to figure it out.
All right, man. Look, hey, before we start,
Cody housewarming party coming soon. Sorry about DJ L. The committee's coming soon.
Before we start, L
is here, guys.
L is here. You got me put my little dentures in.
Why would you put your stuff in on camera?
Yeah, because they gotta witness this. Yeah, I caught myself. Yeah, they gotta witness it. Yeah,
we got nephew in the corner.
Nephew.
What up? What's the word?
We got Chris with Noop over there and Cree on the ones and twos on the audio and the producing. We got Joy in the background. We got Cliff in here. We got a squad in here. I missed y'all, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. I missed y'all, man. I took a hiatus. Well, I took a week off. 2. I was on for 2.
Yes.
Yeah. You should be.
You was getting on our nerves for one of them.
Man, if y'all would have seen how y'all... Never mind. This is another for another day.
Say how you feel.
I'm always say how I feel. And I got somebody in here that's going to say how he feels, so I think this going to be a good
Oh,
talk.
my God. So we need to go through, like, the house rules.
What's the house rule?
No eating.
No eating.
No putting your teeth in on camera.
Dog, if you could have heard, like, the past 3 minutes, what I just heard in these headphones from your microphone,
hear it and
G,
I'm right next to him.
I feel like I'm at the Shed Aquarium right now.
You hear him shifting his Invisalign in place. You hear him, like, I
love it. Some niggas'
drinking
teeth messed up
water.
anyway. At least he trying. I love it.
You gotta chill. We all gonna chill.
We gonna chill. But now, last week when I was at home, just helping out with the producer, it was a few things that I did see that, you know what I mean, that I could see why I was getting on y'all nerves, but I think it helped the show on the playback. It helped us get through the first time we got through every topic on the Runner Show.
It's not the first time we got through every topic.
Probably it's first time 2025.
First off, you never have to run a show, so you would not know if it's the first time that
I reviewed running shows intensively before and afterwards.
So you remember everything on the running show and be like, oh yeah, we touched that.
No, I just go back and review it when it's over with.
I received that, and God bless your ministry.
You receive that? All right, man. Let's get to it. I'm back. We back. Episode 66 of What's the Word Live. How y'all feeling today, Bree? How you feeling? You've been beefing. So how you feeling?
We ain't been beefing. We
good
over
now?
our beef.
Yeah.
I thought we was, but you beefing with yourself by this time. I ain't beefing with you no more.
I don't know. I guess I ain't seen you in 2 weeks, so I guess we still beefing. Anyways, Chris, how you feeling, man?
I still didn't even get to say how I was feeling.
I nobody care how you feeling. You ain't beefing. We not beefing no more. You ain't spice. Chris, how you feeling, nephew?
I'm chilling. I don't know. Today I'm off, but I'm here.
Nah. I feel it. Yeah, you already told us how you feel earlier today.
Yeah. Today is a new day.
You told us like 30 minutes ago.
We got more days.
Chris, how you feeling? Nope.
We good, bro. Slow motion this way.
Slow motion. Oh,
all good.
I'm glad everybody energy good. Everybody having a good day. What do you want to tell us? How you feel?
What's the topic, man? Let's talk about
What's going on?
What's the first thing? What y'all want to chop it up about? Oh, I got an icebreaker. For today. All right. Who is allowed to show up at y'all crib unannounced?
Nobody.
my daddy.
Nobody.
I need some more context on that.
Like, who is the list of people that can show up to your crib unannounced? That ain't got to call you or text you. It just be like, I'm outside or I'm about to be there in 10 minutes.
The mailman. That's it. For real.
Oh, wait, all right. My brother. Probably just my brother.
Only family. Everybody else, op territory. This the year of the snake, 2025. They cannot come where I'm at. You cannot enter my vicinity of my rest. It's not happening.
All right. So then let me ask you this.
My daddy and my man.
And your man?
Yeah, when I get one. I don't have
Now,
a man
when you
right
get one,
now.
I'm finna say
I'm
one.
still single, everybody.
Single? Look at you love saying that single
Man.
shit. All right, so let me ask y'all this. When is it appropriate, or how do you have the conversation to let somebody stay at your house when you're not there?
You if you're not family, why would you stay at my crib when I'm not there? I don't know you like that.
You never had nobody just like
stayed at my crib. They want to stay at the crib when I'm not there. No.
All right, so the
grown people in the room.
grown
I'm not
people
gonna lie. My girl wanted to stay with me for a little bit. She got into people. So I'm like, nah.
You ain't let your girl stay with you.
It's like early stages though. It was really early.
Like what stay with you? Like a couple days.
It was like the first month we was talking.
Oh, she wants to like stay in your house.
Yeah, I'm like, nah.
Like live with you, or just she needed a place to stay to cool down for a couple days.
She just cooled down.
You could let her stay. Y'all had sex by then?
And that's not important.
Yeah, that's important.
You ain't right,
we
Chris.
need Chris. What you say? Right. We need context. Did you hit it by then yet?
Yeah, damn.
Hit it, crack
Hit it
like
is
an
crazy.
egg. What else y'all be saying?
Not about his queen though.
No, that would have been. That would have been. You know what I'm saying? Like, guaranteed. That would have had in-house coochie.
If y'all had that's not what I was going for. If y'all had intercourse by then I feel like you could let her stay a couple days.
A couple days.
I would stop talking.
It was like a week or two.
A week or two is a long time, though. I ain't gonna cap.
That's why I ain't got no dog, because I put my dog out if my dog was in my house for too long. I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, I have friends that, if they do need, like if they in town for something and they need to stay a couple days or so, I'll let them stay.
What about somebody you seeing? Like y'all just got done rendezvousing and you feel like I'm finna go to the store, I gotta go to work. You let them stay at your house?
It depends on how much rendezvous we got going on.
Y'all just did intercourse.
If we locked in, like if we've been talking a couple months, yeah. But if this is like our first time and you just don't have to go to work that day, now you gotta not go to work somewhere else. Don't not go to work over here. Go home and not go to work.
So as the woman on the mics, have you ever stayed at a man crib after y'all got done rendezvous and he went to go bust some moves?
Mm-hmm.
Do the same rules apply?
He told me to though. He said you can stay. I said okay. I like to do. I'm proactive, so I like to get up, go. I'm going home. I'm going to the grocery store. I got errands to run. But if he was like, okay, you can stay while I go, and I'll stay. I'm probably gonna go through your shit, but
see I think this is what I said earlier. This was a while ago when we was talking about something like this. I'm like you can't just be walking around my crib, like especially if I'm not there. That's even worse. Like it's sneaky.
It's not sneaky. I just, as a journalist, I think it's very intuitive of me to want to scope the scene.
As a journalist, it's crazy. What about you, El?
Oh, what's the question again?
I knew he was gonna say that. I saw it in your face. I saw it all in your face. So
they know me so well.
If you have intercourse with a girl, are you staying at her house when she leave?
No.
Can she stay at your house when you leave?
Yes.
See,
because the reality is this, man. I don't want to be in no situation I can't control the variables in. And the op energy that's going on right now in the relationships, and I'm not finna be laid up over there. He over there right now. No. In my situation, I can control it 100%. It's not happening. I almost don't think that unless you married, you shouldn't even live in the same apartment or house with your significant other. You should always have your own. I done seen too many situations of people getting put out. Oh, it's last minute, come get my stuff. God bless what the child that got his own. So, I'm not honoring none of that.
So before I moved to Noop, did you at least answer the question?
God bless the child that got his own.
So you not let all the girlfriends you had.
He said that she could stay.
She could stay with me. I'm just saying that I'm not. I just think that maybe I'm taking a more serious position on this, but I'm just hearing that question. That's what hit my heart is like, when you doing this whole stay over each other's house and all that stuff, and sex is involved, it's just too much room for error. Like I prefer to control that situation on my own.
Okay. Luffy?
I done been on both ends of it. I done body slammed some and then been walking around like Melvin on Baby Boy afterwards.
Oh,
You
body
feel me?
slam.
Kool-Aid policy.
I'm talking about SummerSlam '97.
Hey, yo.
And then I walked around like Melvin on
He said,
Baby
this
Boy.
is my castle.
Right. But then I
built this up.
done had situations where it was a real good night, real good day night. You know what I'm saying? We had a great night at the crib, and then I had to get up and go to work the next day. And I wasn't tripping, like, all right, you know what I'm saying? Let me know when you leave, lock the door, and that's it.
But put it in perspective. Beyond a few hours is insane.
I mean, it ain't necessarily just that. Like, I've had friends in college that wanted to stay at my crib when I had to go to class or whatever like that. And at that point, it's depending on what you invite into your house. Because one of my best homies, I let him like chill. I'm like, I gotta go to class. There's one class, I'll be right back. Bro, when I came back, my house was damn near on fire. Cause he done got high, tried to fry some chicken, fell asleep on my couch.
Yeah, and that's
left
what I'm
it on
saying.
high. So it's one of them things where like y'all say
ain't no room for error. I'm not letting you make an example out of me. I get it. Like, look, he tried to be nice and dude.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, I was home. No, bro.
Well, he tried to fry some chicken in your crib.
He tried to cook some. He tried to cook some, and then when I came back, they had the fire, the marshals and all that at my crib because he down there burned my crib down. So it's situational. Like you said, if it's family or next to family, that's what we rocking with. But other than that, nah.
You live an interesting. You live an interesting.
I'm borderline. Feel like you be capping sometimes.
You live an interesting life.
He ain't capping that, boy. You been down there SIU before.
You feel me? When y'all done, I'm gonna write the memoir. It's straight out of a movie scene. For
I have to add this. This is so paramount, man. Like young black people, Gen Z, millennials. You know how hard it is to get a stable place to stay in this day and time. I'm just being honest. Like with the finance, so your house is really your haven. Like we got to treat it a little differently in our community that we would treat than other people would treat it. So like I seen people lose their houses trying to entertain people and parties and let people stay. Like so, as a young black person going into your oldies or whatever, man, you got to treat that the same thing with your car. You got to treat these things like super, super, super serious, bro. Like you can't like anybody that's not operating like that is gonna lose because people are careless, and especially in today's time.
I had to really, 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 really rock with you to let you stay at my house, or even with my friends. Like I gotta see how clean you are too.
True.
Definitely.
You can't spend night in my house and you not on top of if you spend night in my house, like contribute a little bit, buy some groceries, wash some dishes.
What's up, Cody? You in there eating up all the snacks?
Oh, me?
Yeah, using up all the toilet paper.
I actually got out of like quote unquote relationships, so I got like women that I was really locked in with off saying like got into arguments because of shit like that. Like, yo, I don't feel comfortable being at your crib while you're not here.
You got into an argument with her saying it was why?
You don't have to say. That's the thing. Cody says stuff instead of just doing it. Cause you ain't have to be like, "Hey, I don't feel comfortable staying here."
Oh, you said it to her?
Yeah.
If a man told me,
I thought she said it to you.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Now, if you would just been like, "Hey, I got something to do. I got to get up out of here." That's the same thing, Cody.
I feel like you right.
No,
I know this. I'm when you right, right. But it's also
it's an art to this shit, man.
Not even that trying to finesse this shorty. It's just more so just like, yo, women talk all the time, say all the time on these podcasts and these rooms and just behind closed doors about how they want a man to be transparent with them. They don't want to have to read our minds. They want us to be able to talk to them, right? They want us to have these real conversations. So if I am, especially somebody I'm dating, somebody I'm seeing myself with, somebody that I'm like recording, we going through the motions with, I'm having a vulnerable, open conversation with you of why I can't stand at your house. Now, the way you respond to that is on you, but I'm just letting you know.
There's a thing where there's a thing where it's not what you say, it's how you say it. So I've been learning this thing where it's like instead of saying why you ain't do A, B, and C and D, it'll be like, I will feel better if you were to A, B, C, and D, or this will make me feel better. So with you saying I don't feel comfortable here, you could just kind of imply like you know, maybe if you get some Dove men body wash, I'll stay a little longer. So like, I feel like if a man was to come and say, I don't feel comfortable here, and I would be taken back if those are your exact words. I would be taken back, but then I would follow up and ask, well, how can I make you more comfortable if I really rock?
I got a question for you.
It's not even more so for your house, and I'm gonna get to your question 1 second. It's not even more so for like the house, because come on, let's be real. If I'm at the crib in the morning, it's like I was there asleep, probably ass naked. You know what I'm saying? The whole night. You know what I'm saying? Like,
no, we weren't cursing today.
You know, so it was that we had the time that night, right? But what I'm saying is not why you not here. It's like Chris was saying earlier, like we dating and we getting to know each other. It's like it's levels till we get to a certain spot. So it's like before we get to a certain spot in our relationship, I don't like playing. I don't want to play house too early. You know what I'm saying?
I feel that.
So it's like, yo, when I say I don't feel comfortable, it's like, yeah, I don't think it's the time for us to start doing this type of stuff.
That's a great way to say it instead of saying I don't feel comfortable.
I mean, I broke it down a little bit more, but that's right. But yeah, you had a question.
Yeah. Piggybacking on that, with stuff like the Galentine's days and the potlucks and the Thanksgiving and the Friendsgivings and all that, how late, I would say, in age would you be able to do that comfortably? I think after 35.
What you mean by comfortable?
Like, what I'm saying is like inviting people to the house to have these, like, to your Chris, have these like
Christmas
kickback, all like, when is the
Thanksgiving.
kickback kicked out? When is that over? Like, when can you like stop that? Because I think even in the Black community too, like a lot of people like, man, we have bro crib, but we had, you know, that whole dynamic. When does that dynamic end? Because, you know, I've heard both sides of the spectrum. I've been of the persuasion, hey man, we gotta bring people together. Like, let's, you know, back in the day, grandma might have had the whole family over, all the friends, your whole block. That was a different age. Now we in the section and club age. When is that over? Where he's like, okay, don't be bringing all these people into a house to have shindigs. Like,
that's a mentality though, because we see right now in real time Puff in his 50s, and that was always his move.
Ooh, that's a great example.
I think I don't know if it's how grown are you, like it's a grown type of thing or a mentality thing. So I don't really know, man. I think it's a level of comfort that come with who you dealing with. Like, my people, this is my family right here. So if somebody fell on hard times or they need somewhere to crash, it's really like less of a conversation. But if it's somebody off the street, if it ain't in my heart to do it, like common sense gonna tell you, like, I don't know you, I don't know where you come from, I don't know what type of situation.
So you saying that? I mean, from the event standpoint, like the kickback stuff,
all that. Yo, like you said, your house is your haven, it's your place of peace, right? It's hard to invite somebody over for a cup of coffee, let alone inviting them for days to kick it or to watch the Super Bowl or whatever the case may be.
Now let me say this. My thought for doing, because I used to do it all the time, I still kind of do it. I used to hear Jamie Foxx always talk about, man, we had these parties, and he'd tell these stories, and man, we used to invite people, and this is where young Kanye West was performing, and we have young this person, and it would be this networking, vibey type of thing. Obviously, you know, it's taking a shift, but, you know, that's, you know, I don't know.
LA and New York it's completely different environment than Chicago.
Exactly.
I just think it's an evolution thing. I feel like you go from having like kickbacks and after hours at your crib to having 4th of July barbecues, like date things that you could bring your kids to. I don't think it's like we just got to stop like conjugating. I just think it's like we just evolve into doing more adult and older things.
We love the conjugation.
And it depends on
a good one.
And it depends on how your crib is set up too. Like, depending on what type of crib you got.
I didn't think about that.
Yeah. And I mean, some people are the people like you meet somebody, y'all start a family, y'all just the house that everybody want to go to because y'all got that family, come on, let's barbecue environment. Some people just not like that.
True. Hey, family, friends, and people that's watching. My house ain't the house for that.
I want to be that house.
Cody is the picture of hospitality. Like, this is the hospitality guy, right?
Nah, it's gonna be hospitality. If you ever, anybody know they ever around me, like, I'm gonna do my best because, you know what I'm saying, that's just the way it is, you know what I'm saying? But nah, this ain't gonna be the crib. Nah,
that's a fire icebreaker, bro. We missed you these past 2 weeks.
Yeah, that was dope.
That was a good way to bring the show in, G.
Great
job. That was
thing, man.
Yeah.
Breaking the ice.
What we got? What we gonna talk about? NAACP,
Chicago Not Life Not Safe.
Oh,
NAACP,
wow, let's get into
Cash Doll, Asian Doll. Smokey Robinson. Y'all, there's some stuff on here.
They really gonna talk about smoke.
Game banging. That nigga was
Pick one.
Y'all want to do Black Excellence? Kick it off with
Let's do it.
Quick little NAACP. I always get them mixed up. NAAA, NCAA,
Triple A, NCAA, and NAACP.
Yeah, that could be an easy way to mix that up.
You can't get that mixed
I
up
don't
during
think
Black
so.
History Month, bro.
I don't think so, but it's okay. Thank
Shout
you for
out to-
acknowledging that.
Shout out to the NAACP.
Shout out to my cousin,
Your cut. Oh yeah,
Ray Shonda. She was out there doing her big one. I'm proud of her.
What does she do?
Oh, she's a TikTok influencer, and she's like an advocate for human rights. So she was nominated for the Social Influence Award.
Oh, at the awards.
At the NAACP, yeah.
Shout out to Ray Shonda, man. Good
Shout out to Ray Shonda.
Good people. But no, I think it was. I want to say it was dope. Chris, this seemed like more so your bag too, but it was like Black Excellence. It was dope to have an award show. Like we got the BET Awards, you know what I mean? But it was great to have that we got multiple awards that celebrate Black Excellence, and it's good that the culture took it serious. You know,
What is Black Excellence?
Can we talk about the award show before we get into Black Excellence?
Because I'm just being what? Like, what are we? Okay,
let's do the award show before L try to go off on a deep end.
I do like that. I feel like this was one of the first in a lot of years where we had like so much coverage of the NAACP awards. Like even just the like you know how they have like separate events outside the awards. It was so much going on. Like Disney was doing something big for Black people. Or the brunches that was going on. I love to see the coverage.
I'm pretty sure the master want to feed their slaves. Y'all niggas a brunch. Here you go eat.
Oh my God.
It was good Black Excellence.
Is y'all gonna hire some more Black people? I just want to know
that was working in Hollywood. That was.
I need more Black people.
We gotta talk about the awards, man.
Can I hear who won? Can I hear the winners?
I don't even think it's about I think the culture won. I think Black people won in the whole. Just seeing that much Black excellence in one spot. Shout out to the Wayne families.
The Wayans.
They got Lifetime Achievement Award.
Lifetime Achievement. Kerry Washington won an award.
She was up there lit too. You saw that?
Yeah, she was lit. She came back and thought she forgot to thank Tyler Perry, and she had already.
Michael Rainey won song.
Michael Rainey won. I love that for Tariq. We love Tariq.
Shout out to them.
Keke Palmer won.
Kamala Harris, Dave Chappelle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was dope. Oh, yeah. How y'all feel about David Banner? Y'all think
Baby.
Here you go.
I love that.
I don't know what happened.
That's Black Excellence. I love that.
I don't know what happened, but David Banner's a really good friend of mine, and I'm pretty sure
Call him.
I'm pretty sure he would agree with what I'm saying. Like this symbolic stuff got to stop.
He was on the red carpet, symbolic in itself.
But that's the thing. Right now, I got my perspective, man. I just feel like we keep awarding this bourgeoisie crowd when we have systemic problems in the community. So you could be irritated with what I'm saying, but that don't negate what's really going on.
Did you not watch it?
I didn't watch it.
Okay, so
but I'm saying niggas wearing some suits singing "We Are the World" top.
Wasn't nobody singing "We Are the World"?
The energy was "We Are the Worldish."
You ain't watch it. How you know?
I'm assuming. No, but I get what y'all saying. But I think we got other problems too that we need to.
We get to a problem. This ain't. We not discussing the problem. We discussing David Banner.
If I'm bleeding, I'm not thinking about how good my hair look. I'm trying to patch the blood.
Back to David Banner.
But what happened? Brief me. What happened with David Banner?
So on the purple carpet, as they call it, the media carpet, David Banner was doing a couple of press interviews, which I watched some of his other press interviews too. So he was very much so like feeding to the ladies, like, "Oh, y'all look beautiful." But it was this one particular journalist that he was talking to. Shout out to my girl Common Sense. And she asked him, you know, like, what does Black excellence mean to you? And he was trying to like shoot, like overshoot, like shoot, like shoot.
He said you.
Hit shot, huh? He said you. And she just like melted, and I melted watching it.
Man, them old niggas just want some pussy, man. Them niggas don't care about them. Like, let's keep it real. Them niggas is used in Black excellence to finesse mass. I love it. Chaos is my ladder. I'm just being real.
Okay.
I'm being real. That nigga don't care about her. That nigga trying to get some ass, man.
What happened to you not cursing?
When I heard that, I said, "Come on, man."
I felt it. Well,
he took that moment. He could have talked about, man. He said you and she melted. Okay, you know what? I'm not knocking Black love, but come on, man. Like,
and she came back and said, "So who is somebody that Who is somebody that influenced, that was there for you when nobody else believed in you, and he looked at her in her eyes and was like, "I'm looking at her," and she melted.
Come on now. Come on.
These niggas running a vicious program out here.
I'm not
You
gonna
heard me,
lie,
no, bro.
I
It's a
like
strange and vicious program these niggas running out.
I enjoyed it because
I know, because we want to believe in miracles like Whitney Houston.
No,
this
that's
shit ain't
not
real.
even it. I enjoy it because I feel like a lot of times, men, y'all either be scared to shoot y'all shot or y'all always trying to slide in the DMs.
Can I be honest with you?
Let her finish. Let her live.
Okay, I'm gonna shut up.
I feel like men are always trying to shoot their shot in the DMs. I feel like men don't. The way he was looking at that girl in that eye contact, I've probably seen, I could count probably 2 of my male friends give a girl that type of eye contact and really like shoot and make a girl melt. Like, y'all don't be making us melt like that. I don't know if it's a lost art or what.
Hey, look, all you need is some Don Julio. That's the culture right now.
It.
Don Julio, nigga be melting right in their seat.
Nephew, how you feel, man? Because I see.
I get what you're saying. That art is lost.
I ain't even know this happened with David Banner. I ain't gonna lie, L is right. L is right. I'm not gonna lie.
Hey, listen, when that nigga was off that ecstasy, he looked in her eyes and he
let him talk, L.
No, because how you can't. Is you saying that to everybody?
He didn't say to everybody, but the other interviews were he really was just like not playing, but like mentioning black women and saying like, "Oh, y'all look beautiful tonight." But with this one, he was really like trying to shoot. The other ones is very like, "Oh, y'all look, y'all look nice." He wasn't trying to shoot at everybody.
Yeah, he definitely could have. He could have said some other shit.
See, now I gotta just be fucking real,
see the video?
man.
I ain't see the video.
You gotta see the video.
Somebody play the video. Can we do a reaction real time?
You see, he make all the girls melt over that?
He made that one girl melt.
He made her melt. I think it was somebody that said she had a boyfriend, right?
She said she had a boyfriend.
We don't care.
She don't
that
know.
Nigga did not give a fuck about your boyfriend. He could watch this shit on TMZ like everybody else.
And then he went and took the video. He reposted it and tagged her in the caption.
Hold
so
on.
let me ask you this:
He's trying to hit.
Was David Banner over?
You overstepping?
Did he overstep?
He didn't know at the time she had a boyfriend.
Man, he don't care, man. Like, that's what I'm saying.
So so for the fellas in the room, right?
Niggas with power gonna swing their weight. That's how this shit go.
For the fellas in the room, if your girl works in media and she did, and that happened to her, how would you react? I'm gonna start with Chris because you've been like quiet.
Hold on, wait. This nigga look like Blade up here, G. Look at this nigga.
David Banner look good.
I see what you said. Now see now that this nigga looking.
You see the eye
Bro,
contact?
what's wrong? He off that shit, bro. I'm telling
off that shit.
Look at this nigga, G. Hey, look, bro. We gotta put this for the culture. Look at his eyes.
Then he take the glasses out.
Hey, bro. First of all, the man got a Morpheus camel demo. He's feeling himself. Look, I know what this is. This is, I'm lit and I'm shooting. I'm Steph Curry. And I see what you saying now. Like, damn, that's crazy. This nigga a creep. I love it. This nigga look like, why he look like Eddie Murphy from Vampire in Brooklyn with the hair cut off? Like, he got the suit on. And so did the nigga say something? Her boyfriend?
No, her boyfriend hasn't said anything.
I bet that nigga look clean. Like,
I'm trying to. So if you was her boyfriend, how would you feel?
I beat her. I ain't gonna lie. She got
Turn his mic off.
I'm trolling, man.
Turn his mic off. Chris, how would you feel?
She liked that too, but that nigga was clean up there.
Yo, shout to David Banner. He was dope in fight night. I told y'all on the call yesterday, I was the boyfriend at one point.
That happened to you before?
Oh man,
who tried to shoot at your girl?
David Banner.
He did.
All right, hold on. You're dead serious?
This the one you said you wanted to fight?
Hold on, wait.
I wanted to fight him. I said David Banner got a tight.
Who you
hold on, this is a serious situation. Hey, we gotta get DB up here. You done played with my man's on. We gotta get out on you, Jack.
He ain't play. Shout to David Banner.
You was down or she told you?
She told me.
Chris, big bro, can I hear the story?
He tried to shoot at my shorty back in the day at All-Star Weekend, and it kind of got out of hand with like, shout out to David Banner, bro.
Oh, so he be doing this.
Come on,
I got a better question.
Shout out to David Banner, G.
Should black men start respecting each other when it comes to a significant other, or is it all fake?
I mean, it wasn't nothing like he didn't know. He didn't know. Same way he didn't.
I'm saying in general, like once you know, should you be like, okay, let me just chill out?
I actually unfollow women that got boyfriends.
Yeah. I just feel like we should normalize not violating other black men when it comes to their significant other.
If you look good,
That's
if I find you attractive, and if you look good, and you got a boyfriend, 9 times out of 10, if I'm single, I'm following.
That's hate though.
How's that hate?
That is.
No,
hate.
you know, that's just the code. That's 100.
Yeah, I know. I just know
Because
me.
people playing real games out here, we ain't talking about that.
Yeah.
And I just always see a bunch of dudes clashing when they could have had a talk, or it could have just been a order operation. It's a bunch of I fucked your bitch and all that culture. Like, we got to stop that in the community for real, because I'll guarantee you, if David Banner talked to that dude, he be like, "Hey, I didn't know that was your queen. My bad."
You can't guarantee that.
You right. That nigga might be a slide ball. I ain't gonna lie.
I'm telling you what I know. You can't guarantee that.
All I know is
cool,
even when I'm out, let's say when I'm out and women watching, women in the room, y'all know how this goes. Like, when you try to holler at a girl to get her attention, first thing they say, I got a man. When she say that, I'll be cool, sweetie. Like, I don't even, you know how some people try to hit you back, well, we can be friends and stuff like that. I don't even hit them with that. Once you tell me you got a man, I respect him. Like, he a lucky guy, move around. Cool. Now, in recent times,
that's that slick shit. He talking about, he a lucky guy.
Open it up for later. That's just
that's respect.
Like, he a lucky guy. I wish that was me.
Nah, I ain't gonna go there because I don't want to. At the end of the day,
in the Instagram era, that don't matter. She gonna hit you back up.
But even with that be making us intrigued. We be intrigued then, like, dang, he ain't gonna really try.
He ain't hating on dude. Exactly, facts.
Shorty.
That is a fact.
Yeah, I mean, I respect it. I don't want nobody to do it to me though.
Bree is right. If a girl hear you talking like that, she gonna this dude is very mature. And as soon as this nigga fuck up, you hotline bling. It's up. So
I wouldn't say that. I don't think that.
Cap ain't about nothing, man.
But we be intrigued though.
I mean, I listen.
If you around and you bump into the person again, it can happen.
Just follow what's the word on Instagram.
You do that a lot.
What? If she
says she got, you be like, yeah, well, you know, I got this media platform.
I'm winning.
Cody does that
nigga work at Popeyes. I am winning. I'm curating the culture.
I didn't say follow me.
I'm a hate on this nigga.
Nah, Cody.
I do more than you, bro. I do fucking more than you.
Calm down. I want to hear from you. Why is that?
You tripping? All right, you say don't follow me. Follow my media. Follow my media page. I got 100K followers. Like,
and nephew, they be like, "Oh, I seen y'all before.
Cap ain't about nothing.
This you." I already
to this achievement.
It go up from that.
Hey,
Cody know exactly what he doing.
Ain't that? Would you call that dirty macking? No, that's dirty macking.
That ain't no dirty man. Oh, no. That's not dirty macking. He did not reference the man. He let her know, I'm winning on the highest level you could do this on. The achievement is next level. And look, when you see the sun, you got to turn your head. Let's go.
All I'm saying is
that nigga had Pep Boys. He's trying to figure it out.
We have a business to run, so the more people we got in our audience and our engagement, the better. That's all I'm saying.
No, but Cody, I ain't gonna lie, that is kind of devious because then she gonna be in the car like,
always be
this nigga work at Walmart.
Like that. She gonna scroll the page, see the people who on there. You talk to this
50
person.
Cent like, bro, that man at Walmart, he don't got a shot. You ain't said a word. It's like sending nuclear.
That's crazy.
Shout out to the NAACP and Black Excellence.
That's crazy. Y'all said that nasty word. What else we got?
We got Melanin MAGA while we talking about Black Excellence.
You want to lead the way because I know how this conversation is going to go.
Yeah, so the African Americans that support Trump was kicking it at the White House. It was giving very cringy for a Democrat like me, but after I saw it out, I was like, I mean, it's their time to shine. You can't get mad at that. That's the choice that they made.
We definitely coming to you. Hold on.
That's the choice that
just hang out
made.
In the corner. I know you got the corner 3. You ready? You got your hands ready. We're going to pass it.
After seeing the videos, I mean, it was giving cringy at first, but then after a while, I was just like, I mean, it's expected. Like, this is the next 4 years. We can't get... What are we to do about it?
Did you have any? Did the room feel any way about like people like Kodak Black? Was it Jim Brown? Was it Jim Brown? Was that?
No. Judge Brown. That was cringe.
Did y'all feel any way about
Kodak Black been supporting Trump though? That's not nothing new. He been showing this.
Boosie was there.
Boosie been tapped dancing for a minute too. Wayne, same thing.
I'm not. Wayne been tapped in. Like from the
Wayne been
beginning.
tap dancing for a minute.
I'm not surprised at the celebrities that do choose Trump, only because they have a closer reach to him than we do. So I feel like when you can reach closer to somebody else, it's easier for you to not persuade or convince, but it's easier for you to, pull them on over here. We not as close to Trump as they are.
Gotcha. So, L.
You know what? We gotta stop in the black community shitting on other blacks that's with other organizations working their number. Cause I heard the same niggas on the other side that's dealing with Trump now
That's a dollar.
talking about the liberals. So I don't think we should have a dog in the race. If you pushing some right-wing stuff with Donald Trump, go ahead, do your thing. I heard them say the same thing about the liberals. Now, cringe is not based on partisan lines. A lot of them niggas that's over there Donald Trump crazy is retarded. Same way as a lot of people that was with the Democratic shit is retarded. We love retarded people. I'm retarded. I'm a part of the community. All I'm saying is at the end of the day, we need to stop attacking one another. Like in the moments, like, okay, yeah. A lot of, like, I see people down there talking about, I forget the brother's name. He's a Trump advocate. He's from Georgia. That brother do good work. Same way as you may have brother Chris Crater do some work and he support Obama crazy. So we gotta deal with the people. Stop dealing with what they believe. Because then we be like, oh, y'all be with Trump and them, y'all niggas are some coons. No, they not. They doing some crazy stuff, but these people is in power. And you got to deal with power. And that's what it is. And we got to stop judging people about that type of stuff.
It wasn't a Black History Month celebration?
Mm-hmm. It was something like that.
What y'all expect? Not for Asians, Hispanics to be there? Like...
But I'm seeing that the people that's really pushing the agenda on that type of talk is Roland Martin, all these guys, and they do good work. I rock with Roland Martin, but I'm just saying, like, ultimately, like let's say Bree, if she's a Democrat, I'm not like, oh, her Democrat. Like, no, this is a sister. She's just a Democrat. It don't matter. You know what I'm saying? These people is in power. You should be trying to holler at them against. Now, I will say this. Chicago goes red. I love them to life. They be kind of cringy out here. It's like, dude don't care about y'all. So let's just be real and keep it on that basis. We not finna be, oh, my Uncle Trump, my daddy Trump. Bro, what are you talking about? This man in power handle business along those lines. Mm-hmm. But all this BET Awards, Boondock skit, oh, Trump is my leader. That nigga don't give a fuck about you.
See, y'all getting away from it. Y'all getting too serious with it. They was kicking it at the White House. So y'all asking the wrong questions.
Okay,
y'all need to ask what type of liquor was being served at the White House. Y'all know Trump big on Taco Bell, KFC. Facts. That's his bag. That was his diet. That's what we need to be figuring out.
Exactly.
Was the charcuterie board popping? Was the champagne Corbel? Or was it Cavassier in there? Like, what's really going on? Yeah, how in tune with us was he? Did he have Casamigos in there, or did he have?
He had that Don Julio Papa's Club.
Right, that's what I'm trying. That's what we really need.
Can we talk about that, please?
That's what we really need to be figuring out. Because, like, when you get too serious, I don't know. The last time y'all been to a day party, kicking it out, whatever. The last thing you want to hear is somebody getting in your ear trying to be serious. Like, we trying to kick it.
On top of, I ain't gonna cap y'all. If Trump would have gave me the invitation to the Black History Month celebration, I would have went.
And you would have been a fool not to go.
Okay.
But the Philadelphia Eagles, they turned down the visit, right?
Yeah, they ain't going.
But I got the jersey. They slow too. Now he gonna treat y'all. Now, yeah, okay. That stadium shut down. That funding down there. Like, I'm not saying.
I think he just. I just seen read something that he just. Him and Governor Pritzker not seeing eye to eye. No. He just.
Oh, you know what that is? Dog trying to make a play. He trying to be up next.
Oh, he already knows.
He shut down Illinois funding by 1.5 billion.
He should.
Damn.
Shut him down. I'm just being real. That's his ops. If he didn't support him, you understand politics. Take the emotion out of it. This is a dude that didn't support him, spoke out negatively against him, and he got the money he got. Pritzker, $1 billion.
If you're a Republican, though, you can't party with a Democrat? Like, you can't kick it?
I just think that Trump is on a revenge tour right now. The villains just got back in.
I can still kick it, though.
It's giving Thanos for sure.
Yeah, they like, look, but this is the thing. In real life, who gonna do something? Everybody talking, But they know, look, that's why I support, I know this jumping ahead. That's why the people, they didn't like Tiffany and they got up out of there. So you make action with your, you can't just sit and talk all day. They say, okay, we don't like it, she out of here. And we got to do that same type of stuff, or we shouldn't even be having no comments about it.
Okay, so since we here, you know what I'm saying?
Tiff.
Dalton, what they call it, a super mayor?
Super mayor.
She had she got the kryptonite last night though.
Got ass out of there.
I say headliners calling her dictator, but we just know her as a black woman. Yeah, Dalton's mayor, you know what I'm saying, that drive from Vegas to Chicago, she riding Tahoes.
History was made.
I'm gonna do a mixtape with her. It's over with now.
You should.
Why not? Let's exploit the culture some more. I'm gonna exploit my own culture. Let's go. Super Meta album. Nah. She got an office. She better do a podcast something now. 15 minutes.
No, she better do something. Like I'm surprised at how famous she got though, honestly.
She got the bag. I'm sad. I'm saddened because and this is a serious thing. Them little areas and fiefdoms out there, they really, we always talk about ain't no enough blacks in leadership. Now you get blacks in leadership, and then we do that. We cry all day about niggas not having no power.
That's $2.
Let's go. We got to pay the tax, the luxury tax for the message. The reality is it's just sad because now they in a bad situation, and then now we preach, black female power. And I'm not saying that's representative of everybody. You have some dynamic black female mayors across the country. Mm-hmm. But she was kind of like the hip-hop. Same thing with Kwame Kilpatrick. He was young in Detroit. I think he was like 21 or 22 when he became the mayor of Detroit. Mm. So we got to hold people that's young, that's in leadership to account in them moments. We have to. You got to walk with them because then you have a situation like this and then people like, look, when you put them in leadership, look what they do. They make rap videos and buy Escalade trucks and all. Like, it's like, damn. Like, so it's sad, man. It's a tragedy.
Do you feel like the rap video was a troll? Do y'all feel like it was a troll, or was it her trying to appeal to a younger demographic?
Why would you ask that question?
She was trolling. Yeah. But really, that fight is what after that, the people was like, no, it's over.
Yeah, I think the fight really took it overboard.
That fight, it was like, okay, now this is some BET world star hip hop level. We tired, like people like. If you look at the history of Dalton, man, the history of all them suburbs, man, them suburbs were predominantly white. Mm-hmm. Our people fought to get leadership in them suburbs. That's just a fact. Look at the history. All the like those high school. I was talking to a very important executive from Chicago. Man, his name is Chili. OG legend. He put Lupe Fiasco on. Well, I asked him what high school he went to last week. He said I went to Thornridge, and he said in the midst of the conversation, you know what's funny? He said, man, when I was at Thornridge, man. It wasn't no black people there. Mm. He said, now you say Thornridge, lean on me. I love Thornridge. Don't beat me up, bro. I'm from 79. I'm just saying that our people fought to get prominence in these areas, and now niggas done made it a Chief Keef video. Where are our priorities, bro? I'm done talking.
Niggas did make it a Chief Keef video.
But no,
I'm just saying, I feed the people.
As a South suburban resident, how do you feel, nephew?
About her?
Yeah.
I don't really have too much to think about it. Like, because I don't stay out in Dalton, right? I think my grandma stay out there. I used to stay out there when I was probably like 7, 6 years old. Mm-hmm. But like you said, these suburbs, it used to be really nice. It used to be really, really nice.
Even Harvey?
Harvey was Harvey was never nice.
No. But let's go to the history. Early 1900s, Google the municipality of Harvey, Illinois. Yeah. Google I'm talking about hedge with these if you was black over there, if you was black on 79th Street, we integrated into this city, and there was a lot of people that put in some really hard work, getting hit in the head with Billy, all that, and we kind of pissing it away, and it's sad, bro. It's really sad, bro.
Well, I think
Tiffany Hill was the youngest. She was the only black Thornton Township supervisor ever,
and the youngest.
History. Yeah. Like let's pull a history up. Who been running Thornton Township for 90-something years? Wasn't no niggas. Wasn't no black people. $3. I got it. I'm just saying. It's just like I'm just having a real conversation. it's embarrassing that she just went out like that. 90-10. You supposed to be the hope female, and to get a blip, it's just showing we digressing, nigga. We digressing. We don't figure out 4. Let's go.
Well, no. So you mentioned that it went up with the fight. The thing about that wasn't even her fault. Like that was Jedediah's fault because he is the one that instigated it. I think it started before that when they had the vote at HF with Napoleon Harris and they locked her out. So she was trying to bust supporters over there, and then by the time she got in there, they was like, "You ain't even on the ballot. In order for you to get even on the conversation, you got to be a write-in candidate." So the fact that she lost by so many points, it was over a long time before the fight started. Wow,
you bringing us some up? It was a cascading event, you think? Because
they
led to even this. So you think they screwed her?
They would. I mean,
I think the deck was stacked against her because they've been overtired of her, but they couldn't do nothing because she was the one that was the governing power. Like she's in 2 different positions: city supervisor and the mayor. You locked up with everything, with the money, with the connections. Yeah, so it's hard to infiltrate that. The only way they could do it is like a hostile takeover.
Wow. So it was a coup d'etat.
That's what it is.
Damn. Well, I don't know. This is what's the word. Chris just woke it up. You're saying that potentially that they kind of muscled her out of it. They didn't do it like traditional way that you would get. That's kind of crazy.
I mean, but they had to, so I don't know how is that crazy. It was like they back was against the wall. All of them wanted her out. Besides what? 68 people.
But that conversation is powerful. Even though with the shenanigans that they Voltroned against her and got her, that's crazy. I'm just looking at like, for real. She gonna run with that too. Cause they said that she was obliterated 90-10 his way. She didn't have a shot.
Cody, you peeped the her campaign office, the party that she had set up. She had Jerk Villa catered and all of that.
She already had a party.
It was last night. So she was supposed to do a concession speech, but they said that the news stations couldn't get her on the phone. She talked to one person for like less than a minute and a half, but she didn't even show up to the thing.
Guess the chicken went cold.
I wanted to go get a plate.
Yeah, they said at that point it was a running joke.
At the party.
They said it was a running joke last night where the caterers was trying to find to-go boxes because it was so much unused food, uneaten food.
They could have called me up.
I guess she should have fed the people. She should have fed the people.
That's her name, my song.
The criticism.
She said, I ain't feeding no more. Y'all want me outro? It's over.
The criticism behind it before we move on was the fact that even with the party last night, they think that she might have used some of the city's funds for the venue, the balloons,
ain't
all
nothing wrong with that. Technically, she was still able to allocate.
And this just the what is the primary? This ain't even like the actual election time for real. Cold game, man.
That's sad. You go out the door, misappropriating funds on the jerk chicken plate.
We've been saying it for the longest of time. When American True Crime do the biopic, Keke Palmer need to be first in line to be the lead for sure.
Man,
smoke.
Hey,
you know who else need? So that's a good question. Like who all? Like I think Tiffany Haddish biopic would be dope. We start talking about like Chicago local legends. Who else need a biopic?
Oh, that's a great.
I think J-May need one.
Hell
no, he don't.
Yes, he do.
No, let me run it down. Ben Wilson needs a biopic.
Yes.
Ben Wilson got Yummy needs a biopic.
Another one. He already got one.
I feel like he don't got one already.
He got like a few Yummy movies out there.
I'm talking about one where it's like not a docu. I'm talking about a drama needs a biopic. Okay. The brother, the Policy Kings.
Yeah, they need one.
They need a biopic. Them dudes had millions of dollars early in the 1900s. Black people running their own businesses. They need a biopic.
Yeah,
Harold Washington needs a biopic.
I thought it was a Harold Washington biopic.
It's not a Harold Washington biopic.
What about Willie Wilson?
I was just about to say
Willie Wilson does not need a biopic.
Why
he needs to buy a pic.
I think I would love to see. I would love to see a Sosa biopic.
I can see that.
I'm not gonna lie. I feel like that'll be boring.
Jeff Ford and the Black P-Stones need a biopic.
You took the words out of my head. In one word. Tell me how you felt about Judas and the Black Messiah. One word.
Just one. Please choose that one very wisely.
Abomination.
All right, cool.
Okay.
Hold on. I gotta call my place. I did a room on Clubhouse, and the entire staff of the Judas and the Black Messiah came in there.
Oh, no.
And what's the dude name that played the star role? That's my boy. Lakeith Stanfield, that's my boy. He was, I like that shit. I'm like, yeah, nigga, you better sit there and tell them niggas that DJ, and this was my gripe on it. At the time, I felt like, man, why are you guys pushing a film and not using more African American actors to tell that story? It's important. I just think that wasn't cool, and I think that the family, I understand their wishes, so I just fell back because that's their story.
What you mean? You talking about they using people from Africa, like not Duke?
They didn't use. I felt like they should have used more Chicago area people that was from the community that that knew. They use a lot of people that were transplants. I think authenticity is the main thing in all of these endeavors. For sure. And basically, I'm gonna be real. It was big. The whole staff came in there. Ultimately, the family kind of hit me on the side like, "El, we love what you're doing." You know what I'm saying? Just we don't need no controversy. I'm like, cool. I'm from the East Side anyway. I love brother. Fred Hampton. I think he's a dynamic brother. But I think that it's up to the people that are alive to make sure that legacy is preserved properly.
I don't think, to be honest with you, and this might be a controversial statement. I don't think Fred Hampton's story and his impact has that much
No. Say it.
It don't really got that hold on Chicago how
it don't.
How the rest of the world would think it would.
No, it don't. You're right, and I'm gonna tell you why.
But that's also why we need more those stories to be told.
What about?
I'm with you. I'm with you when you're right.
What about Quincy Jones?
Quincy Jones don't resonate with Chicago at all.
What about Kim Fox?
Hell no.
Shout out to Salute.
I'm gonna give y'all one that need a biopic. John Burge.
You talk about Quincy Jones biopic or
let's have a conversation.
I don't even know what that is.
No, exactly. John Burge. Listen, let me tell you a story. You know who John Burge is?
I don't know who that is.
Okay, so let me break it down to
Stop holding on to the mic like you're an R&B singer.
I am. I'm preaching the gospel. Listen, John Burge was the police officer that was torturing black people for 50 years.
Yeah.
He was from Hedgewick. Guess what high school he went to? Bowen High School. Guess what college he went to? Mizzou. He came back from the Army, all discombobulated in the 60s, and he had a squad, and they would go and torture black people out of confessions. And they had a station over there somewhere on the west side, and they call it the nigger box. Yeah. And they would torture, they would whip black people.
Off of Roosevelt.
Yeah, but they shut down now. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, the building.
And it's called the nigger box. And they would torture black people out of confessions. Yeah. And I was said to have a Get Out style story about that. What this dude was, that would be tremendous. We got to teach with these stories. This is what this is about. Niggas want to see niggas beat a nigga up and all. We need to have those stories. John Burge, man.
Damn. Okay. I guess we could, since we on the to transition. I definitely think that story needs to be told 1,000 times over, because there's a lot of people that was falsely accused and that spent a lot of time in jail because of that officer. So that story.
Can I say one more thing? Mm-hmm. Dr. King in 1964. No, look, whatever. He was on your side of town, out west, and came out south, and that was the most. He said that was the most pivotal point of his life, because he didn't achieve anything in that moment. We still dealing with that stuff. He went up in the Gage Park and he said, I dealt with more racist people out there than the fields of Mississippi. He said, this was the heart of the struggle right here in Chicago. He lived out west, had the vice lords, the Bree, all them protecting him. And that story about that period, his time, we see all the lean on me. Talk about that. When May Daly and them were like, man, we got to get him up out of here. And all the black preachers from out west, Voltron say, nigga, Dr. King, get your ass up out of here. Nigga, this our city, nigga. We don't talk about that. And they still floating around here right now, and we honor them. But them niggas is traitors.
You owe me like $15.
I was just about to say it.
I'll give you 30. I'm doubling down on what I'm talking about. I'm done talking.
But I would say, if anything, to transition, but last but not least, I think Mayor Daley, his pops, I think that is a boardwalk empire. Like season 6 or 7 seasons worth of content that we need to have. because the dailies ran this bitch since the early 1900s all the way to like I was down there to Rhyme Emanuel shit. So that's a good cut. That would be a good one. So it was a clip floating around social media, and a young lady was saying that black people make poverty look cool. Like we made being in poverty seem like the thing to be. Like she was quoted like how like we'd be like we can come from a nice neighborhood, we can come from a nice family, but we glorify that we want to go to the projects or we want to pull up in the hood or we glorify hood shit.
I think I don't know if that was her message. I think her message was more like we embraced, like we made it just being cool to be poor. Like we made the best out of what we had look appealing to other people. That people want to go to the hood, or like people want to be on the block or do like poor people shit. People love the struggle, right? People love the story.
Man,
I definitely feel like that is true. I definitely feel like we just said the same shit.
I thought you said something else.
Nah, you did. It was a little different.
But
We've been doing that.
No, I feel totally different.
I like his add-on though, but I was
gonna say we've been doing that since really the beginning of our time here in this country, bro.
Woo! Like, wake it up.
Like we turned the scraps from what Big Dog and them used to eat and made it soul food. I know Cody can't stand that type of food, but that's
Cody
what
be lying,
that's
bro.
what much of our Southern cuisine is based on. That, you feel what I'm saying? Man. When it comes to the hand-me-down culture or the thrifting culture, that come from us having to go to school with some people, like James Brown used to say, he didn't have a press suit until he was a grown man, until somebody bought it for him. So that's the nature of culture vulture. Am I wrong? You feel what I'm saying?
Not wrong.
Man, listen, bro, you speaking holy, bro. We got, it's so powerful what you just said, bro, because you got to understand, they could never totally eliminate the genius of the black man and woman in America, no matter what it was. I mean, you had people that they actively was lynching niggas listening to jazz. So it's like this is what we was dealing with in this country. Like you said, from a cuisine standpoint, Lewis Latimer with the light bulb. What was his inspiration for that? The cotton, the filament, the cotton seed. Right. It was flammable. So you taking something from my subjugation, and now it's the focal point. It's the most important thing in your entire society. So that's the genius of our whatever this is in time in this country, bro. And it's so powerful. Like, it's not gonna stop. It cannot stop. Like when people say we made it cool, it's just that we are the cool. Now, can we monetize the cool? That's the question.
Let me ask you this, Chris. And Cody, I think this will be a great. Go ahead, bro.
Before you go to your question, go to that when you talk about monetizing the cool.
Yeah, because like even he talks about it. Like it's not hip hop, no, it's hip hop. It's like we taking the worst degradation in our community and monetizing it, but only in the sense of, okay, we could partner up to sell this to the people, but we can't own. See, that's the problem, and that's why America is not going to last much longer. And I don't know, doomsday thing. It's just like other cultures have realized, oh, damn, they did all that. Well, not like you got to think the science experiment that America was. You mean to tell me you got the lowest people in your mind, and they are in leadership in this country, and you did it less than 200-300 years? We finna go over there and put money. That's why the Russians, the China, they over there in Africa right now building up. Here go $1 billion credit line. If y'all got that, we finna re-rock that and it's gonna keep happening. So I'm saying that to say we can monetize, but I don't think through the Anglo-Saxon. I love white people, but through this traditional person, this Scots descent that we've had an issue with, they're not gonna allow us to do that. We got to deal with other cultures, other communities that don't have the traditionalist issue we had due to white supremacy and slavery from like 1619 to about 1864. And then even after that, we dealing with this one group, and now they trying to Voltron on some Make America Great Again. It's not happening, bro.
That was great. I want you to rethink that statement and after I'm gonna go to Chris, because I think you missing. It's a whose point that you missing as far as the conversation as saying like, yo, we make poverty look cool. But when you said the monetizing that part, I think that's a if you really focus in on that, because I know you, if you really focus on that, then you can kind of like educate some people on something that can take this conversation to another level. But Chris, you were saying something.
It's just tying back into what you said, but it's looking at it from a different lens. Like, how do you teach somebody to be rich that's been poor their whole life? They have to study it, right? Like, you have to watch rich people move. You have to watch, and that can be through any lens, whether it's like consuming it on television, watching movie stars, magazines back in the day before we had the social media age, right? Now flip that. Is it reverse psychology? How do you teach somebody not necessarily be rich? How do you teach somebody to be cool? How do you teach somebody to take poverty and turn it into something that looks like a lifestyle that you want to live in? Because nobody taught us that. Like, we're probably the most ingenuitive people on the planet, on the face of the planet. We take nothing and turn it into something all the time, right? So taking it a step further, how do you monetize that? How do you like flip that switch? Bro, perfect example. Ye took clothes and punched a bunch of holes in them and made them luxury fashion, right? Something that in another light with another name tag on it, you would have thought somebody would have pulled it out of a thrift store or out of a garbage can. But because it's not necessarily about being poor, it's about the influence or the ambiance of what it looks like in that lens. We talked about Rocky last week, how he went from being a DGK, a Dirty Ghetto Kid, to being the director of Ray-Ban. And that all comes from what? Like, why was he so marketable? Why was he so presentable? It's not necessarily what you're doing, it's the mindset that you have. Like, you can take whatever you have, the shortest tools, and turn it into something. That's what I was getting at.
I get what you're getting at, and I get what you was getting at, but
what are you trying to get?
The example, I want to say this: the example of the Ye turning, I don't think that translates to turning monetizing you being in poverty. Because even when Ye started putting the holes in the clothes, he was already up. So I'm guessing.
I think he mean that because like when we was growing up, everybody didn't have like clothes. Sometimes kids had to wear holes in their clothes because they didn't have clean clothes to put on.
Okay, I like that look.
Because even the whole thing, like even with, I feel like when black people first saw the stuff that Ye was doing, it was like, you making homeless people clothes.
Right.
Like I just want to listen for a minute because I troll a lot, but this is like something that's near and dear to my heart. Because even like Cody and Bree and you guys having the, hey, don't use the word nigga, y'all. Like, we pay because we don't want to honor something that was used to denigrate our ancestors. But if you think about it, they paying niggas millions of dollars to call each other nigga in front of white folks and say it too. And I think to myself, damn, in the 30s, if that white person said, hey, kill that nigga, and that was the last thing the person heard before whatever ultimately happened. And now niggas is rapping nigga and getting paid millions, then that's what he's talking about. Culturally, if we deciphered that and made that, well, okay, this is a term of endearment or whatever, and then now that's monetized, it's the same thing league wide or whatever else we do. Like right now, you got soul food kitchens making millions of dollars. And that's slave food.
Mm-hmm.
Chillers is slave. This is some shit that nigga eat this and pick and now this is a delicacy. The monetization of the pain. So it's not just those core things, it's all type of other stuff. Like right now, do-rags. Like we could just we could point all type of cultural things we do or have done or have implemented.
Sagging your pants.
Like all these things have transitioned from one part to another. Now, I think what Cody said is from an entertainment standpoint, I'll give you an example, right? Why is somebody in Scotland saying I'm a driller? Murder exists everywhere, but why they saying they drilling? Because is it cool? Well, what is cool and why is that cool? Why do we like that? You know what I'm saying? And I'll be honest with you. I think it's the fabric of American society that we honor the murderers, the killers, we honor that thuggery. No matter how much, for some reason, we honor that shit. I don't know why it's like that, and the world commodifies it and they make money off of it. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. But I want to build on that with you.
All that is true, right? All that is true. All that is true. So I'm guessing who has viewpoints and pointers, if any, if not, then we can move on of how we can not make it seem cool to be in poverty and not come off preachy as we saying it's not cool. And two, if we in these situations, because to us it's poverty, to us is the bottom of the barrel creations, it's the bottom of the barrel food, it's the bottom of the barrel this. But to everybody else, the white, I don't know if I call it the white person, but to everybody else, the
colonizers.
capitalists, they're looking and like, yo, what are they doing today? Are they doing that today? Let me take that, write that down, and now I'm gonna go make some millions off of it. Are they doing that today? Are they wearing their hats backwards today? I'm gonna go make some millions off of it. Are they wearing Chuck Taylors? I'm about to go make some millions off of it.
I think now more than ever, we need to be more vigilant in gatekeeping our culture. We the most inclusive, like I said, we the most ingenuitive race. We also the most inclusive. We let everybody in on what we got going on all the time. Even the music industry. Hip hop was founded off of
music industry.
Hip hop was founded off of white record executives coming to find kids in the hood rapping about what the authentic lifestyle is and turning that pain, turning that trauma into dollars.
Exactly.
We need to start gatekeeping our culture, whether it is turning poverty into what looks like luxury, whether it is group community or cooperative group living or whatever we're doing. We got to be more selective in who we allow to ingratiate themselves into our culture.
Do we have to gatekeep our culture though? Because I feel like in order for us to make all this money off of what we created, it has to be mainstream.
Yeah, I agree. Because I want to piggyback.
Does it have to be mainstream though?
It is mainstream.
It's gonna be mainstream.
I'm gonna tell you why
it's
it's mainstream.
Because we just don't have the people. We just don't have our people in power to actually like control the narrative.
But hear me out. It is mainstream because the whole world just watch these niggas get dogged out and just come up. The whole world just watched this. Hitler just said, "I studied this and to do Nazi Germany." The South Africans, they said we studied this thing that happened in America. Got to think. All this money was made in a relatively short amount of time. It ties into saying that they watched us do jazz, come up with athletics, like just get prominence and come up with our cultural more ways and folk ways in these specific disciplines that we didn't invent them ourselves. So it is mainstream. And like you said, yeah, we might think that, oh, these peas is nothing but to a kid in Africa, a kid in Quebec, whatever, they looking like, man, they living good. So our rise is a mainstream thing. But I get what he's saying, gatekeep it in the sense of, man, let's make sure we make the money off of it. I give you an example. Malcolm X, this is a rumor, but I don't know, it may be true, met with Eddie Jackson. That nigga sold a lot of dope in Detroit. Everybody know Eddie Jackson. And this other dude from New York, Bumpy Johnson, and Nicky Barnes. And they had a meeting at the Shrine of the Black Madonna in Detroit. This is according to a few sources. I'll send the video if anybody want to verify this. And Malcolm X apparently was meeting with them about seeing if they could unite the drug trade in the United States so it could not be around the youth or whatever, and use those proceeds to build something else to help us. And his thinking was, hey, if it's in our community, we control it. That's gatekeeping. So yeah, I can't, like you said, I can't eradicate drug use, but we could try to stem the tide to the point where we could use that to invest in that whole thing. And he was trying to set up something to go around the Italians and all these people who had historical issues with black people. Now, I don't know the authenticity of that story, but if it is authentic, that is what I call gatekeeping.
I think I've seen that in a movie called New Jack City before, bro. To be honest with you.
That's funny.
Well, I mean, but seriously though, they said that Malcolm X had meetings with, and he knew a lot of the street guys.
But that makes sense though.
But in our community, why don't we control, like what they said, the guy, sell it to the blacks. This is a communal thing. You know what I'm saying? And so that's all I'm saying is I agree with what Chris saying. Tenfold is no matter what it is. If it's drugs, if it's music, if it's the way we produce our food, if it's the AI conversation, with our community, we have to control that narrative. We need to say, okay, look at America right now. Okay, he is the czar of the Surgeon General, the top doctor in America, the Attorney General, the top lawyer. We got to appoint people to oversee these departments in our communities and gatekeep that. Okay, you over all the rappers in Cleveland, okay, we dealing with you, and then now that's your, and we have to do that, or we gonna continue to lose the culture.
I think primarily in Chicago that the soul food restaurants do a great job in that. They don't let nobody try to play with them when it comes to them opening their restaurants. Period. Now we can move on.
Let me try to open up a taco spot right now in Little Village and see what happened to me.
They not gonna let you.
Exactly. I'm gonna get my head bust off. Let me try to
Exactly.
go in Little Village right now and open up a burrito spot.
Okay.
It's not happening. So,
And it's like-
but we let other community, and that's all the same 2010 rhetoric. We let these other people come in our community and have a Bob's. I love Italian beef, but it's like, damn, nigga, okay, so you over there, put some money in the JRW baseball program. Don't just sell niggas death, and now you can't invest in a life. Y'all just over here. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm just saying, we not having them conversations. These niggas will load up the choppers and the buttons and the 30s, all for their brother. But when it come to that, they won't stand and say, hey, if you over here, hey, invest in at least 10% of something in all these kids' college funds or something where you say, okay, well, they pouring into this community. That's all I'm saying.
No, it's valid.
That's gatekeeping. That's the real gatekeeping.
It's valid. I think I feel like that was a good conversation. I feel like y'all did what needed to be done outside of the soul food. I didn't get that part.
I'm for real. They do. They don't let nobody play about us.
Kitchens and cocktails holding you down, huh?
No, more like Jordan. Me and shout out to Jordan
Shout out
Soul
to
Food
Kitchen
Cafe.
and Cocktails, selling the slave food.
Soleil out west.
Soleil.
Okay.
Ole Soleil got.
Ooh,
With that being said, we had two.
Cree know exactly what I'm talking about.
We had 2:15. Do we want to run it through?
Let's take a commercial.
Commercial?
Let's just do that. Like, yeah.
Let's do a quick commercial real quick.
Quick commercial.
Good job. And we back. if you at home watching it, you got a small business, nail shop, funeral home, you wash cars, you do taxes. Well, we got a tax person already. If you're a lawyer, and if you got a soul food restaurant, that's where your advertising can go right there.
I don't know why you didn't get that. I was really Cree understood. Cree understood exactly what I was trying to say.
Long as Cree understood, you know what I'm saying? Well, nah, it's been a good show, man. I like this show. I like the dynamic, I like where we're going. Good, it's been great and entertaining. As we speak more about entertaining and just enjoying the culture and being outside, y'all want to start with like the you know what I'm saying, Chicago nightlife and the gentleman and rapper that lost his life outside of Sugarlug.
Yeah, sure.
Or we could, or that, or the dogs, or the dolls. It's up to y'all.
Let's get Chicago nightlife out the way.
Okay.
Because I feel like we had this conversation a lot every time something happened at like a club. But rest in peace to what's his name? Easy. I'm sorry, I don't want to say his name.
Crackstar.
Oh, that's what y'all talking about?
Yeah.
He went to SIU with us.
Yeah,
we was freshmen together.
He had a real. I'm not saying his
his
face.
name was
He had a real familiar face, but like a lot of people I know and follow, like really locked in with dude. So
R.I.P. to Little, man. He went to SIU. He stayed in Schneider with us. Like, he was always a good kid. I don't know his personal life as far as other stuff, but when he was down there, I always see him at the Red. I saw him at Players Ball many times. Like, it's just sad, man. It's sad.
And Chuggalug is in the south suburbs, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's in Glenwood.
It's in Glenwood. So I've been there before. I hear about it a lot. It's one of them. It's always just a vibe, right?
I wouldn't say that. I only been there one time too, right? Then the time I went there, I'm like, this feel ghetto. Like,
Really?
I already knew it was ghetto. Like, as soon as I walked in.
It's
you just get the vibe.
I
like,
gotta
you know
eat
what's
that in
going on. It's
Chuggalug.
like the people that's playing there, the people you see in there, like, you like, oh, this could be a spot where some shit could get shut down.
I heard. Well, I haven't been there, but before this incident, when I did hear Chuggalug, it was always from like the older crowd. Like it was they place to like go kick it. But
Like, that's what they do.
Because it never came off as like ratchet to me. But
Oh.
I never actually been there.
Don't Lady Red do karaoke though?
I don't know.
I think at the MC or Chuggalug. I think Chuggalug.
Yeah, Amity right there too.
It's the same
DJ
thing.
Morris is all out there. Shout out to Kurt. Yeah, that's one.
So I guess once again, shout out to the young man, and our prayers and condolences is going to his family and close friends. But I guess the conversation, you know, we always have it, but it's like I even seen Larry posted about this. He's saying like he said that we don't have Chicago don't have places for us to go, for black people to go kick it. Like, it's all like the, what was that club that was like, and it was lit for a little bit. It wasn't bounce, but Tone them through that. The spot I had the hip hop thing at when I did the 50 Bloom.
It used to be Clutch.
They shot
that was one of my favorite spots.
Did somebody get shot outside of that?
Yeah, they was shooting outside, and they had it on video, and they closed it.
The same thing happened with Drink House. It was like a fight and shooting
Drink
out the
House
house.
was a fight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Persona.
Sawtooth.
Yeah.
We keep going hard.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
Club
we can
O.
just keep
Evil
Adriana's.
Olive.
So at one point in time, like Clifton was just saying, like, is it really the city don't want us there, or is it just how the culture is mobbing to these spots and what type of energy we bring it allows people to like gatekeep? Like, people got to gatekeep their energy. Well, that's why we don't got. I think that's one of the main reasons why the little brunch spot now it's turned to a country club now.
You call it Fremont?
Fremont, yeah.
Oh yeah, Fremont. Yeah.
I'll go last. I got some real opinions.
I feel like just, you know, being a little older now.
Little season,
you know, a little spiced up. I don't know. It's like you get good crowds. I mean, ideally there are good crowds and bad crowds. You get good crowds to these spots when they first open, and sometimes they last for like 3 or 4 years. Sometimes they last for like a couple months. Because I've seen, like, I feel like Drink House wasn't here that long before it got that crowd.
That Drink House was there too.
Yeah, and Drink House used to be the spot. Okay, like sometimes you'll be at Drink House for brunch.
Shout out to the owners of Drink House.
Happy hour and then come back again at nighttime. That's how lit I feel like Drink House was. But Drink House gave you like social club vibes too. It really wasn't like a club thing. But
But
I
look
said
what was
that
that? Greek town.
it was in the middle of Greek town, right across the street from TPK too.
Not Black town, Greek town.
Yeah. But also I said that to say that I don't know, it's like I don't know if the word travels or what, because I kind of feel like no shade, but I feel like that with Hubbard Inn now. I feel like Hubbard Inn used to be a spot that we could just go conjugate. It was always a cool crowd. Now Hubbard Inn is very much for the streets.
I got invited to a party there this weekend.
Baby. I went up in there one time, baby. They was hitting the splits and everything. I said, "Oh, this is not the Hubbard Inn that I know."
I know. It's,
Cody said that ain't even his type of vibe.
I just celebrated my
Cody
birthday
said
at
that
Hubbard
ain't
Inn.
his type of
He said
vibe no more.
he don't want to go nowhere where they on the couches saying, hey.
But yeah, like if you looking for like a good ratchet time, I feel like Hubbard Inn is the spot now. But it didn't used to be like that.
Nah.
So I feel like when we do have these venues, when they open up, it takes for like sometimes it takes for like a month, sometimes it takes for like a year, sometimes it take like 3 or 4 or 5 years for like that crowd, not the ratchet crowd, but like the rowdy crowd, the crowd that's like, okay, well, I don't want to stand in line too long, I'm finna start ish with the security to come and find you. But I feel like it's all up to management. Like management got to be like, we cutting this off at this time. Because even with Drink House, it was like Friday nights was like, when I tell you like Friday nights was like for the West Side for my cousins, like that was Drink House. And then like Saturday night was for like, not, I don't want to say like, for like the calmer crowd. Like we just had to kick it type thing. Friday night, it was always smish.
Do y'all think it has something to do with like where we at? Like, do you experience the same type of things when y'all party out of town? Like when y'all kick it out of town?
No.
What do y'all think?
I mean, but
what's some of the differences that you see? Like when you you was in the Bay a couple weeks ago for All Star.
I feel like out of town different because it's just,
And it go up in the Bay in Oakland.
it go
That's what I'm
up in the
saying.
Bay, but then I also saw like 2 different versions of the Bay too. I saw like the corporate, we kicking it at this Hennessy party Bay, and also there was like a Sexy Red event part of the Bay too. So it was like, I mean, it just all depends on where you go. But I think the conversation that we having is just like us being like out, like used to being out. Like we experience these on. I think it's different when you experience it out of town because you're not there for that long.
Well, I mean, to Cody's point, he said, "Is it the vibe that we bring in?" He's saying like it's shootings that's going on in front of some of these places that's getting shut down, or it's the unsavory crowd that you might not expect to be over here for whatever reason. Do y'all see those same type of similarities in different areas or is it just a Chicago centric thing? That's what I'm trying to add.
Before I get to you, I know I was talking to one of my homies yesterday, and he was talking about certain things, and he was saying like, so we was talking about Chicago Culture Bar, right? So we was talking about Culture Bar and how the prices are like $200, and he was saying like for some people he know like that's, you know, if you praying that price point, you're gonna weed out certain people that's not gonna come, and you know what type of vibe you're gonna get, and you know what you're looking for. And he was saying that he has friends that like if you invite them to a party that costs $20 to get in, they're not coming.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Cause they already know like if I'm paying $20 to get into a spot, I already know what type of crowd gonna be there. Like the price point means a lot when it comes to getting certain spots. So and it goes back to my
Because
point.
they charge you $20 at Hubbard Inn now too, and I didn't know they did that.
Hubbard Inn used to be free.
But
My
I think
point
the bigger conversation that I'm not hearing is just the historical part of this. Like, let's be real,
Everything
bro.
ain't a history lesson.
Everything is history. That's where you fucking up at. Everything is history. Everything is history. History is best. No, let me say this. Because
you got two. Go ahead, Lynn.
It ain't really a land thing. It's just
You got Lynn.
I won't say it because it's
Say
the
it,
truth. Is
but
that
just say it.
These places are not owned by us. They never were. And we coming into these places trying to have a good time. And they don't understand the cultural. It's the same thing as we were just talking about with the other segment. In the 60s and 70s, where did black people party at?
In the neighborhood.
Exactly.
They had local bars and lounges.
So grandma met grandpa at lounge, fell in love. The music wasn't super loud. It might have been at a pace where we could talk to one another. It wasn't a bottle culture. They give you a drink. You got a graduation, kid it was communal. Now the culture of the club, bottles, you know, that whole dynamic creates chaos. And when an incident happened, especially in Chicago, now these owners who happen to be Irish or, Italian or other ethnicities, they just immediately say, we don't want them down here. We don't want to deal with the problem.
But ain't nothing wrong. What's wrong with that?
No. What I'm saying is that they're not thinking about our community in that moment. No, here's what I'm saying. Like, you could say, okay, well, it has a point, and I get that, but somebody got to do it. We don't have enough ownership in the community to say, okay, let's create. Like, that's why I love The View out west. It's black owned. They can understand the cultural aspect.
Room.
You said, I don't know all the spots, but you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, Blow Room was black owned too, and it's in the same area.
Yeah, but we need more. We need more of those, because at a certain point, if you don't have those outlets for people to go blow some stress off or go celebrate a birthday where it's a more vibey thing, then they're gonna shut everything down, and then you're gonna be partying in Indiana somewhere.
But you just had a Chug-a-Lug.
You did just have a show, but you also have places like Chalet that's now black owned.
You had but the thing about this is what I'm saying. You had a drink house that was black owned. They fucked that. They fucked that up.
Persona was black owned.
Persona was black owned. So I get you. I get what you.
The area is not black. So you got
so let's start at one place, right? So the area is one thing. Like, we can't we're gonna be another 50 to 100 years until we start talking about black people owning real massive real estate in this land. So we can't even have that conversation.
Let alone a liquor license.
You know what I'm saying? Let's talk about
what we can control.
What we talk about in present time. Present time, we're talking about ownership of locations of these spots, right? So we talk about of these venues. So we got ownership of these venues, right? It's on us to go outside with the energy that we're there to have a good time. That is not on no club owner, because I don't care if you white, black, or Irish. If people was messing up your establishment, bringing negative energy to your establishment, shooting, the first thing you're going to do is implement dress codes. You're going to implement this, or it got to be a private party, because at the end of the day, we're talking about business. So we got to get out our feelings, and we got to start holding our people accountable when they do shit. When all your guys go out and we finna go out and do something, we know we got that one guy that we know, like, gee, don't come to hit tonight tweaking. Because you known for tweaking. That's just what you do. So we trying to have a good time. He's scaring the hoe, or he's scaring the women when he out, or he doing that. We all men have this conversation.
No, that's
right?
a fact. That's
we
a fact.
have this, right?
So bottle culture gotta die there.
I wouldn't even say it's bottle culture. I think it's just mentality about just the people that's going out. When you go out with your people, you gotta have that conversation where it's like, you know what, bro, tripping, we finna bounce. Like Nipsey said it in the song. Like, our culture need the way we have to change the way we respond to disrespect. Right. So our reaction to disrespect has to be different, right? So if you out and somebody, let's say we out with whatever guy you're dealing with, right? And we all out kicking it, and somebody grab on you, right? So we know in our culture, it's instantly, if it's something that you want and you see, women, I get it, I understand y'all don't like it, but depending on who the guy is,
go for it.
You will stop. So if a guy see you walking past and he just grab your hand like this, like, hey, sweet, like, just get your attention. If your boyfriend or the guy you're dealing with at the time, I ain't even gonna give you no scenario. We just had one with the mayor shit, right? The way dude talked about his girl, that man girl, while he was in there, was a way to disrespect, right?
Yeah.
So it's the way he had to react to that shit, right?
Yeah.
It's a way we have to carry ourselves when we in these spots, so when we feel disrespected, and even when he just stepped up and said, "Hey man, like, let me holler at you," dude instantly got on there with him. Jedediah dude got on there with him and finished with something strong. That's the same thing in club culture. When something go wrong, it's instantly an argument. We just seen it on our platform when a guy expressed how he feel when a security didn't let him in. How did that turn out? Before they had a conversation and to be like, you know what we arguing about, be about nothing. It was about to go up. You know what I'm saying? All of us misunderstanding because your ego was bruised on how you felt somebody view you, right? Same thing. Your ego is viewed because you stepped on my shoes. Your ego is viewed because you grabbed my girl ass and then you finna bug up instead of him like, man, this ain't me, but you got to show out in front of your girl or something like this. Or them the ops like, bro, we outside, we kicking it. I know I'm probably rambling because I'm doing a thing,
but that's only happening at one type of establishment.
Huh?
It's only happening in one type of club. Like, it's not happening in other type
because that's us. That's the energy we bring. We can't put our
no,
I don't want to say
sneaker
that.
ball. I went to sneaker ball just for years and didn't see one fight.
But that's the energy that people bring in there. They came in there. It's a price point. One, it was a price point, and the energy of the people that came there, like, we not on that. So I'm not saying it's like it's
case by case.
I feel like I've been to various different clubs in my lifetime, different cultures of clubs, and I see a lot of the same things that happen. Like how we say, well, I wouldn't necessarily say they be shooting the club up, but like other like white people, like they get in fights, they get rowdy, they throw bottles and stuff like that. But I feel like a lot of times it just comes off, like you said, like ego.
I've been a bunch of.
It comes off ego because it's already a hierarchy when you get in the club.
That part. That's what I was gonna say.
And that's the problem.
I was gonna say
when Elle said that bottle culture has to stop, I feel like we need to do away with bottle culture.
I do too. I was gonna say I've been in clubs in all around the country, and I've been in some places where it's people in there spending more money than me, but they the same people that say I don't go nowhere without my gun. I'm trying to make sure I get my pole into the set, and they buying big bottles, big sections. They got a bunch of people with them. So when you say like it's a mentality thing, it's okay, it's money on the line, it's skin in the game. You ain't gonna mess up the good time for everybody that's gonna come with us. I think it's just a mentality, period, because I might not necessarily be buying bottles all night long, but I know I'm not finna go in there and mess up this establishment, especially if I got respect for a Black-owned establishment that I don't want to mess up if I frequent this spot on a regular basis. I think it's just a mentality thing. Like when you going out, are you going out to have a good time, or are you going out to say, I can't wait for somebody to pull it with me. I can't wait for somebody to step on my shoe. I can't wait for somebody to try to pull on my girl so I can send it up, right? That's the mentality you walk out the house with, not the mentality you walk up to the club with.
But I got to piggyback on what you're saying, because I do agree. I think that 90% of this shit could be handled with getting better security and then getting the bottle culture to kind of cease, because that's the dynamic that create these other problems. But also, growing up in Chicago is different because we are going to school. We had us, let alone the club. I might run into dude, you know what I'm saying? So we inherently deal with this combative, we have to be ultra aggressive coming up on the sides of town we come from. So now you're going out.
I feel like you still finna make an excuse. And before we keep going in this circle, I don't even finna allow us. It's an excuse, bro. At the end of the day, we can sit here and talk about growing up in Chicago and backgrounds. All of us grew up in a situation where we grew up in high school, CPS, or some form of Black Chicago culture when we did some shit, right? That doesn't mean that we take that aggression to every venue or every scenario that we're in. Like, no, sometimes you gotta take accountability. Yes, and in other cultures they have bar fights. We see it all the time. They fight at football games all the time, baseball games. We see brawls all the time. No one loses their life.
Sometimes people lose their life.
No, they losing their life,
bro.
And niggas drinking this alcohol ain't helping either.
It might be a tragic event because y'all was brawling and y'all fighting. Cool, but that usually when that stuff happened, the people that was initially involved in the altercation, whatever happened to them. I'm cool with that. If y'all drunk fighting, y'all get into it, whatever happens to y'all, that's what y'all decide to do.
I get your point.
You know what I'm saying?
It's flow. Our community, we call it man and rah-rah.
Yo, guy, I'm over here. This ain't got nothing to do with me. I'm probably breaking up. You shoot like that's the type of energy that I'm saying and speaking on, and that's accountability to us.
For sure.
Because a lot of that shit, like I say, can just be ended with a conversation or a check-in before we go to the spot.
Or just go home or go to another spot.
So I don't like and it's just the ending and we could transition, because it's like when people on the comments be like, yo, Chicago, this, like, at some point in time, we just got to understand, like, everything that we saying that we don't like, it just starts with ourselves.
Yep.
Like, we can instantly be like, nah, we cool, we ain't on that.
Yeah.
That's why I don't go no more. That's why I don't go no more at all. I was running into that too often. It's just like Chris even said, he said, bro, if I ain't going on business to the club, I ain't going.
Yeah, I ain't okay. I'll be.
So let's transition it, because now I see more Black people that's young and Gen Z millennials say, I'm not going to club. We gonna hookah lounge. I just want to sit and talk to my friends.
Speakeasies are like the thing.
It's the new vibe.
You can actually, and on top of you just being able to interact with people now, like, I feel like even in the club, I feel like back, well, I ain't gonna say back, but like when we was in the club coming up, it was more so like people was dancing, We was having a grand time. I feel like people don't really dance like they used to dance.
I don't see
no
nobody
more.
dance.
Yeah,
Nah.
like literally the people that used to dance in the club have their own parties. Like Dorian, I went to I stopped at one of Dorian parties. He has like it's called like something with my dance friends or something. But the people that really used to be like chicken headed and stanky legged and hitting the Dougie in the club, those are the parties that they go to because they
They
dance
grew up.
over there. Like they dance in those parties. The club now is like you just buy a bottle, you gotta look cute, you take your pictures because somebody in there with a camera charge you $20 to take your picture either before you get in the club or while you in the club. You wait in line, a long ass line to get your rum and coke, whatever you drinking, and then you just sit there and you look around and maybe a nigga gonna hit on you, maybe he'll buy
I
a
blame
couple
Big
drinks,
Meech and BMF.
and that's it. It's not like a big experience no more.
I think honestly, like I said, like because my generation, we'd rather go to the bar. Like
Yeah.
I'd rather
Yeah,
go
the
to the
bar's
bar.
the vibe, bro.
It's a vibe. Like I can talk to my friends. I can get my drink. I ain't gotta go be doing too much to get into the bar.
You
I
don't
can just
get
walk into the
kicked
bar. You don't
out.
get kicked out.
What about prom? Is that kind of like the same vibe too?
Promontory?
Yeah.
They got
Promontory
adult
or
prom.
prom?
Promontory, yeah.
No, promontory. The promontory.
Promontory is like promontory. It's like its own staple.
What
I
you
don't
mean?
think it's a club.
It's like a
though.
concert
It's not,
venue to
yeah,
me.
like you
feel
do
like.
concerts.
Like a bar.
You
It's
know,
a bunch
you
of
could
different
throw-
things, right?
It's
Yeah,
a
it's
mixed
just-
media type
It
of
depends on
It's
who's throwing the event.
And it's actually promontory is down there like a staple in like Black Chicago.
Yeah, it
culture
is.
right now. It's a staple.
I think Drink House.
You ain't say it was a staple.
I definitely did
I ain't-
staple
if you
come
say-
out of my mouth.
I
I
didn't hear you
said
say-
staple.
I didn't hear you say staple. I'm sorry.
But
No,
let's talk.
that's-
I think Drink House and Club. I won't say it another, but like say Drink because that's
Green
when
Drink
everybody.
House bag.
That no, I'm saying no, but since I know that situation, that was like the last time I saw, and that was a bar. I seen black people say, you know what, we converging here, west side, south side, it was the north, like everybody in this little space, and where every night it wasn't a dull night, and I think that, like you said, I saw accountability, but I saw that everybody was in lockstep. They had one incident, but then the leadership in that area said, we don't want this establishment there. Our people don't frequent it. That's what happened.
I used to work at Bracket Room. Bracket Room was a vibe.
Same thing, Bracket Room. Same thing with Bracket.
Bracket Room was a vibe
But
when
you
I worked
can't-
there.
but-
And
So
their
let's-
community said, we don't want this here.
No, let's talk about let's talk a street. That can be one thing, right? But everything is good until it ain't.
Exactly.
So everything is good until it ain't. So with Bracket Room and Drink House, these were supposed to be bars and restaurants that start operating like nightclubs. That is not what your establishment was here. That's not you got.
I get what you
But
said.
Bracket Room was already set up before. They was already set up to fill before he even opened it.
When he started letting people charge at the door and started trying to finesse to get that extra little club type money.
See, I get what you're saying. Once it wasn't the original function, then now you in the abyss.
Once again, it goes into accountability within our culture. When you started this, when you bought this establishment, I'm pretty sure the aldermen, because you got to go through any alderman before you open a business in the area. They tell you what your liquor license is for and what you can do within this business.
Uh-huh.
If you can't, it's like when we do the polar bear shit. Jerk Villa will tell you in a minute. We cannot close down this door. We cannot sell tickets at this door. We don't have a certain type of license or something to do
To
that.
even do that, yeah.
To do that. Certain people do it. So we not gonna do that just for y'all because we're not gonna fuck up our shit and lose our liquor license. Our
Right.
situation.
We still got to open the doors tomorrow. Corley in the chat, she's saying that clubs ain't never been fun to her. She said house party me anytime.
But see, that's
House parties
that's
be-
growing
That's
up.
kind-
That's where the problems were having. Like Cody,
Yeah.
like that's what dude got popped in this and this guy like this.
I used to like a good house party. It's variety.
It's variety. Because the thing is, what a house party is that 9 times out of 10, if you go to a house party or a barbecue, it's usually invite only, or you got to know somebody that get that.
Yeah.
Like so, and back in our day, it was people in our hood. Like we didn't travel to other hoods to go to a house party. I don't care.
You knew everybody there.
You know everybody there. And if it was an issue and there was a fight, it'd be, man, that's probably folks' cousin or something like that. And like, nah, y'all gotta break that up. But it wasn't like only time you got into some other shit when you went to a hood to go see a girl and you weren't supposed to be in that hood.
See, it was different for me. We used to go to other people's neighborhoods to, we having a party over here, and it was a house party in high school and stuff, and incidents will happen. So I always grew.
Yeah, because I used to go to the south suburbs.
Yeah, we'd go to south. So my thing, that's what I'm saying. That's what
where the
even
big
made
houses was
the
at.
SIU thing cool, because that was my first time in undergrad going to clubs. Like as a kid, you like, damn, this is a club. We going to an establishment and going in somewhere, and seeing that whole dynamic.
We was cool. I grew up with gangbangers, like real gang members. So we didn't.
You said we ain't do all that.
Nah. Even to this day, like I'll be surprised myself if I go to a girl house and visit a chick. Like we didn't. That was like, nah, we didn't do that.
So let me ask you this: is club culture dead?
I don't think
it's been dead.
It's been dead.
I don't think club culture is dead. I just think
dead.
whatever city you in, you just used to it so much that you like, I'm ready for something else.
Speaking of, I don't even know how to transition out of this, but speaking of something else, we're gonna transition to something else.
Let's do it.
You try it. There you go.
We there. The transition work.
We still on the rack, so we can finish it on. We can talk on the rack, then we can get to the other two topics. Who do y'all feel like is the best rapper out west? Representing out west currently right now that's active.
Twister.
Stunt.
Ooh,
You said currently rapping, representing out west.
I'm not laughing at Stunt. Please don't clip this up. I promise y'all I'm not.
Like skill wise.
Who's just the biggest artist from out west? Who you think is the best rapper right now?
Who
overall?
From out west? You got Vaughn, you got DCG, you got Batman, you got.
I'm gonna say Batman.
Who else from out west?
Y'all told me about some dude from out west.
The best pure rapper
Saba.
from
you somebody else out here.
See that's relative. The best pure rapper from out west on some drill stuff is Lil Fo. The best traditional rapper
is Lil Fo still making?
But I'm just saying. Well, you want to say active currently? Active?
I'm talking about active right now.
Active right now.
Oh, on some drill stuff, Vaughn off 1700 is the best pure lyrical rapper from a drill side. From the traditional side, is Joel Q from out west?
No. Why everybody think he from out west?
That's the conversation for another day. But let's stay on your Vaughn take. So now it's right now in hip hop we got a discrepancy between DCG and Vaughn on 1700.
Yeah, I know both of them little brothers, and it's sad.
Yeah, we're not gonna get into the whole
What's the discrepancy?
The discrepancy was something that happened with Vaughn manager was supposed to be a snitch. Yeah. DCG was calling them out.
Shout out Frog. I know him personally. I don't know about the snitch, but he's a good brother.
Yeah,
we support all black people at What's the Word. We don't care about none of that trash.
Yeah, I don't know if it's about being a snitch either. So, but I know that started they beef and going back and forth. But then it ended up with DCG Sean screenshotting a text message he got from Booker from 600 saying that like don't worry, stop feeding into internet stuff. Don't let nobody trick you out of character type stuff, and you and your brother are the best rappers from out west. So that sparked the whole conversation of like, yo, who is the best rappers from out west?
Wait, Booker said that DCG was the best rapper.
They're the best rappers from out west.
And he screenshotted it and put it on.
DCG Sean put it on
the
internet, and Vaughn.
Why would he do that?
Vaughn went crazy. Like, ain't nobody did what I did from out west in LA. I just started rapping a year ago. Ain't nobody from out west did what I did. Got it down. So from just the hip hop and from the music and just from the music standpoint, the culture standpoint, who do y'all feel like is the biggest rapper? And I want to say this. I actually like that the West Side is actually having this debate in Chicago.
Yeah, they need it. Yeah. I think. And
it's a valid.
We do though. It's valid.
It's a valid debate though.
It's like that's what they doing.
Well, let me say this because I'm just be real, man. The best pound for pound is Lil Fo. That's number one.
He not even rapping right
now. This is my list. Now y'all want to remove him? Cool. Number 2 and number 3 is a tie. DCG Sean is a rapper. They are known for rapping, and his brother. They both are really talented rappers within that sub-genre of rap with the drill, that sort of thing. They good. Vaughn is a wordsmith. They all talented rappers, but I think obviously Vaughn as a solo artist has the advantage. But I'm telling you, bro, none of them dudes can hold a candle to Lil Fo. Hands down. I just put on my story before this. And you got to give him the credit for that because he is the chief key for the West Side. He had all them screaming that 290 stuff, gave him pride. Like, active or not, skill-wise, nobody was out rapping that dude on the West Side.
My best rapper from out west?
But I'm not from out west. I'm listening to y'all. I'm just telling you.
I only know a couple people from out west, right? I say the biggest one right now is definitely Vine. That's like undebatable right now. Like especially if you out west. But I think the best rapper, right? My personal favorite is Kai.
I was gonna say, I knew you were gonna say
You know what I was gonna
Kai
say?
Crusade?
Kai Crusade.
He from
Definitely.
out west?
Yeah,
He from out west.
Yeah, I didn't know he was
Baby,
from
I
out
did
west.
not
He
know
from out
that.
west.
But see, that's traditional hip hop.
Yeah.
So I think that's a whole. We got.
You just want us to pick between Vaughn and DCG. Basically.
Because if that's the case,
first of all,
Batman, SG Batman is in there as well.
I love to hear y'all who y'all feel, but I also want y'all to do y'all feel like the DCG Sean has is this a valid comparison with the DCG brothers and Vaughn and 1700?
I feel like no.
Absolutely not.
Why you say no?
I'm gonna say no because they basically a group, right? It's like a 2-on-1. So I feel like if any group debate, you can't be the best rapper if y'all come as a package.
Yeah.
Right? That's like, I don't know, like Outkast is like one of the greatest hip hop groups, right? But you separate Andre 3000, like one of the best rappers from that group.
Because the BET Awards wouldn't go for it, so we can't either.
No, well, I think that they like a drill Mob Deep, but they all had a solo stuff. Well, I don't mean Mob Deep as in like ability and stuff. I'm saying Mob Deep as in fat form. It's the same
like
thing with Lil. How about this? On the South, Lil Reese and Lil Durk. It was the same dynamic. Herb and Bibby. Like that's how.
Because they weren't really a group.
But I'm saying they don't. Well, DCG is a group.
They a group.
Because I don't know.
They drop that tape
together.
Do they have?
They outfits be matching. They a group.
You know what? Damn. You know what? You're right. But maybe I heard a lot of their solo work they did outside of each other, so I have a contractor's view of it. But what I'm saying is, right now, if you had to give the crown to somebody that is holding it for that West Side, it's clearly Vaughn on 1700.
If we're talking about right now in this exact moment, yeah. But I also feel like DCG been out a little bit longer. I don't know the stats, but I feel like that first record that they had that was going, like I feel like it went a little harder than what Vaughn the 1700 is at. And I mean, granted, that was years ago.
What record are you talking about?
Mm-hmm.
You're saying, hold on. So hold on, wait. You're saying that
I felt like that was a bigger record than.
No.
I'm gonna be honest with you. That take it makes no sense. I love you.
I love you.
I feel like it was
better than Vaughn stuff right
now. Yes, I'm really not a Vaughn
Vaughn
fan.
off 1700.
Lil Fo has
is a transformative MC. And I love Sean.
I feel like that's a stretch.
Now, what Sean and them did that was unique, that's not a stretch. Look at the money he got. You know what I'm saying? And there's the thing. The thing
streams.
I'm gonna say
the thing about
it's a lot of niggas that got a lot of streams whose music is still trash. I'm not saying he trash.
Bree, we were really debating on the quality of the music they was putting out. I'm rolling with nephew when he's talking about people like Kai.
Vaughn is
but
more
we talking about just the artists and what literally like the shit we have no control of. They have an input. They have a pulse on the culture right now. People.
And then if you really want to talk about, and I know we're not talking about active people.
Vaughn has got it.
You got to put Z Money, not lyrical, but I'm just saying as far as impact, Z Money was the first dude that we knew from out west. And we was like, okay, we got to look out here as a serious with some artists. I'm not saying skill wise.
Let's keep it on these two, bro. Z Money, I love that brother, but let's keep it right.
So everybody picking Vaughn stuff for me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, what? Real quick.
I mean, yeah.
The crowd. He's just saying who is the more talented MC.
And like, I really want y'all to feel like, do they have a valid debate?
Hell no.
I don't think the debate is valid just because. I mean, I will agree that Vaughn got his what you call it, post on the culture. I feel like Vaughn has it right now. I don't think Vaughn was wrong for saying what he said.
What's saying what he said about him being? Yeah, he right. Vaughn accomplished
because that's the truth. And if we talking about right now in this moment, like that's the truth. And I feel like they can't get mad at that.
Yeah, and DC and look, everybody's supposed to feel like they're the best.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. Like I'm telling you, like DCG Sean is not some guy that can't rap. That boy can rap. Them boys can rap. That's why they got them deals. That's why they went in and But I think. Like you said, Vaughn, first of all, if you do a solo anyway, they're gonna give you the edge because you did it alone.
Right.
So he got the edge. Then I think that's his brother too. So it's like it's other factors in. Like Vaughn did that alone from a neighborhood nobody was talking about on the South Side, and I'm telling you, he did it the biggest since Lil Folk to me.
Okay.
He did the biggest, bro. He with every mainstream art. Like you got to think, like yeah, man.
I will give you. I think DCG came out a little more mainstream than Vine. You definitely won't hear Vine shit on the radio. Like DCG, you probably hear them on the radio back then, but now Vine, like I said,
Yeah,
Vine
they
stuff, you
made
won't.
more commercial. Look what Ron
Yeah.
rapping about.
Yeah, you won't hear Vine shit in my car. Or in my or on
Nah,
my
you
TV.
might hear it in my car. I'm not
Child,
gonna hold you.
y'all.
Wow.
Vaughn does not make. He's like a. I don't want to compare it to, but he's like more of a lyricist because if you think about it, that style with the Chuckies of the world, all that they not necessarily aiming to make the club record. They just rapping about the neighborhood. DCG, the other kid, the Mushu, they play shout out to what they playing all that stuff in the club. They had more commercial, more turnt records. It's a different type
Well,
of.
I like that music. That's why I'm picking DCG.
Why? Because you were hearing it.
Yeah.
Oh, wait,
So that's what I'm saying. So that
real
proves the
quick.
argument that it was a little more commercialized on some turn stuff, right?
Real quick, Bree, you said the record they made.
I like that record.
But you said that was bigger than Vine stuff. But I'm gonna argue with you. I'm gonna say El Hitter's song was bigger than that. That Oh Yeah was bigger.
Oh
than
damn,
that.
I forgot about El Hitter. Yeah, El Hitter.
Oh, yeah,
Well,
was bigger.
he in jail.
No, he free.
No, El Hitter.
He not in jail.
Nah, he's so well right.
But he only had one song. I don't want to call him a one hit one. I got a lot of love and respect for him, but he didn't do anything outside of that one record.
Oh yeah, that
Then
had
he
the
had the little dance.
That had the street.
Oh yeah, he shot on the ass.
That had the streets on lock for a little minute though. I ain't gonna lie. I was everywhere.
I was early
going.
with him. I told him about his situation.
Yeah.
Ass his ass.
Well,
Now-
shout out to both of them, man.
Shout out to
I don't
both.
want to see the West Side YNs beefing, man. Y'all come together, y'all be all right. Y'all ain't even beefing.
I love the
over
West Side
nothing for real.
Lions. It's crazy.
Okay.
Hey, if they did a rap battle, that'd be cold.
I want to
No.
know.
I'd love to see.
that would
I
hurt
would
my
love to
ears,
see
child.
people from Chicago like rap battle, like diss each other in a good way though, in a positive way.
Them niggas.
They
man,
can't-
I'm
too-
not
gonna
that's
say
too-
they
that's
can't
too
rap
hard
for real.
to-
Yeah.
Some
I want to know
people
who the
can't rap
top
for real
female
to
MC
that.
from out west is.
Shit.
That's a conversation because I haven't seen them, and I know they out there.
Yeah, I'm like, who from out west?
Somebody
for real?
post that down. We can post that and put it on the blog.
Who the top female MC?
from out west. I love to see that.
They gon' I feel like who they be talking about? Linda Soul. They say Linda Soul.
Linda-
Good.
She, it count, but do it really count? Because I don't know too much about out west in the city, but she from like Humboldt Park, ain't she? Out west?
I don't like. Are they out? They
That's
out here. We
close
just.
proximity.
I remember it was two twins from out west that was rapping talk. The vibes.
Well, we not going.
Good vibes only.
We can do some research.
Yeah,
and we
later,
can talk
talk
about
about
this.
it.
About
Let's
the
talk
next,
about it
the
next
show.
week.
Next show. So we want to go at. We want to go to the dolls.
Oh, Mama Million. I forgot she
Yeah.
from out west.
We almost out of here, so we gotta make it count, y'all.
Mama
the-
Million from out west.
Mama Million from
The-
out west.
Oh, well, she the hottest then.
Yeah, she the hottest.
She the
for
hottest.
sure.
Mama, shout out to Mama Million. She the hottest.
The dolls or
What
sampling
doll?
music.
Asian and cash.
Oh, the doll. I think
Yeah,
you said
or
the
sampling
doll.
music.
Yeah, nephew, I'm gonna let you pick. Which one you want to deep dive in?
Smokey Robinson.
Mhm.
Smokey Robinson. I want to talk about
What Uncle Smokey do?
that. I know me and Chris was talking about this, but he was on a podcast or somewhere.
He's on
speaking-
R&B Money with Tank. Yeah.
Yeah. And he was speaking about how sampling in music, how artists get upset about it. And he was talking about how artists should really embrace people sampling their music. Well, especially like the new generation, because a lot of new generation samples old music, and how, we should be more, what's the word? I don't know, just receptive of it, yeah. I don't know, what's y'all thoughts?
Yeah, I think he right.
Why so? Why you say so?
People been sampling music.
I think he wrong.
Well, go ahead.
No, you tell me why. You tell me why you think he right.
Well, I think he right is this. Like, I just look at James Brown. Ain't nobody more sampled than James Brown. James Brown came out with that break that everybody used, Impeach the President in 1971.
Mm.
When he realized that all them dudes was trying to sample his stuff, he came back in 85 with the break on a CD and looped the breaks. So they had like 20 minutes of it. Basically asking to be sampled. Asking to be, so he realized, man, these people want to keep paying. It keeps you alive. So it's just like, said if you don't want to be sampled, now I understand the musicianship part of it because people feel like, man, hey, we learned these instruments. We know how to play this for real. And you just give my record. But hey, them dudes is goofies because now I want to be sampled. I want people to remember what I did and continually talk about it. Like, I know this might not make sense. The guy Jalen Rose. he used to talk, man, my mama invented that name Jalen. Now he say, man, I think he's trying to copyright the name or some type of thing because his mother took his name. So I'm just saying, you want to be remembered for what you do on any level. You know what I'm saying? So they should embrace the sample.
And imitation, what they say, imitation is the greatest flattery. So, form of flattery. But you say nope.
I mean, that's a true point as long as you get paid for it. I just think in terms of, like Elle said, musicianship, authenticity. I think it was a post that you put up last week about Nina Simone talking about how artists are supposed to reflect the times.
Yeah.
If all you doing is sampling music for your beats or sampling lyrics to recreate whatever verse you making, are you a real artist or are you a cover artist? Are you a new act or are you a karaoke artist? Like, why should I bang with what you doing versus what somebody else is doing? Like, not to y'all argument, Hov say you made it a hot line, I made it a hot song, but when everybody is in copycat culture, it makes the music watered down. You say week in, week out, you looking for a feeling from music, right? How you gonna get that it factor from music if everything you hear sounds the same, is sampled from the stuff that we've heard from in the past? There's nothing that's standing out. It's all just a different rendition. Ron Isley, In Between the Sheets. I saw a post where it's been sampled like 30 different times by a bunch of different artists in a bunch of different ways. That's cool. You showing your ability to manipulate something from the past. But what about you, bro? Like, what stands out about you? Glorilla, most of her singles now are sample beats, from Wipe Me Down to the East St. Louis sample they did off Run Up, Get Done Up. Lotto, her smash single was a Mariah Carey cover. So all I'm saying is at some point, artists got to stand on their own. And I know coming from Smoke, I really don't have a whole lot of legs to stand on, but Smoke making money, right? Like,
That's true.
It's easy to say that when you're from a position of privilege, when you're making money off of it. Now, when you're not making money off of it and you having to fight for your life
it's a
to say, oh, such and such sample my joint, Marvin Gaye family don't play that. That's all I'm saying.
So,
Sierra don't play that.
What's your? I just want to know what's your biggest grief with it. Like so is it that they not making no money because they don't own the music, or you want people to be more original?
I want people to be more original. If you say you're artistic, show your artistry. Stop saying like my artistry is like it's lazy to say I'm a recording artist. Because right now, all of us in this room are recording artists.
But are we talking about the artists, or can we navigate this to the producers? Because a lot of the times the producers are the ones that get the samples.
It's not just the beats though; it's lyrics. Some people are copying direct lines. You can't put that on
a producer.
Right, it's not just a producer.
Like, if you sampling songs, you can put that on the producer.
Bree,
but as an artist, you don't gotta take.
Bree, if you came in here every week,
if it sound good, why wouldn't I?
Bree, if you came in here every week on the show and just regurgitated something that you saw somebody wrote on Twitter or TikTok, would that make you a journalist?
So, okay, this is what I'm saying. Are we taking the samples that they put in the production, or are we saying that the artists are literally taking lyrics they heard?
It's all that sampling.
It's both. That's again.
I don't have a problem with it if they putting a sample of somebody else's music into the production. I don't have a problem with it.
What if somebody's on a podcast and they watch you?
That's not the same thing.
It is. If they start a podcast, listen. If they start a podcast tomorrow and they've been watching you for months, and week after week, their first 5 episodes, they saying directly what came out of your mouth, you wouldn't feel a way about it?
No, it's not gonna hit.
Can I show you what's proving that point? Dapper Dan, legendary designer from Harlem.
Facts.
He made a Louis Vuitton jacket with these inflated arms. Gucci saw that and re-rocked it over there. The moment they posted that, everybody who knew said that's appropriation. To the point where Gucci's like, hey, we got to get this dude a job because we look crazy. Originality, being original is so paramount. I did both. I sampled and I made my own production. I made my own way as a producer. So I look at it both ways. Like traditionally, most people copy somebody until they find their own way. So I think that, it applies league-wide. Another thing, you look at that movie we just talked about, Judas and the Black Messiah. You see a scene in there where, what's the brother name? Fred Hampton is reciting Malcolm X off the album, where he's talking just like him. That influenced his style. Like they put that in the movie because I'm pretty sure his wife was like, man, we used to sit in and listen to Malcolm X talk all day. And that influenced him to be a great. So that's sampling. Because he listened to this dude talking the quirks the way, and so it's all sampling. All of this is sampling. You know, like this is what it is.
I feel like you can kind of look at it as like influence in a way too.
That's what I'm saying. So what's the difference of having influence and being sampled? Because we can't actually say that. I don't think it's an oversaturation of sampling. I feel like if it sounds good, it sounds good. I mean, I can't name not one artist that literally sampled every song that they ever made.
Man, Glorilla.
Glorilla, she
Sweetie.
Switch it up. No, Sweetie has songs that's not a sample.
I ain't even like we ain't even keep it.
But almost every beat he produced be a sample.
We don't even
the beats that he did for Tink don't have samples.
We don't even got to keep it on women. Drake samples, J. Cole samples, and he makes original productions. Big Crit, any like for real. Like we just talked about the lawsuit. My thing is, it's not about an oversaturation of sampling. It's an oversaturation of a lack of originality.
Nobody's innovating.
That's my argument.
You fuck with Gin and Juice?
Yeah, but I mean, I know that's a lot of our favorite songs are sampled. My thing is, it's cool to sample. It's dope to put your spin on it. It's when you making a career off of that. We could even put Kanye in that mix. Like he changed the game with the way that he manipulated samples, but he also threw authentic, original music in it. Yeah. If your music career is backed off of you sampling music, you sampling lyrics, you sampling a vibe, that's what I have an issue with. Because if I'm supposed to buy you as an original act and put more money into you than the person that you sampling off of, that makes me as a consumer like I don't believe you. I don't want to support you.
I just feel like if you gonna do it, you gotta do it. You just came with a good
point. We can't skate over it. That was the original problem. Because the technology didn't allow you in early hip hop to program on your own. Everything was off samples. The breaks, the drums were samples, the instrument, until people start getting the computers and we could play. That's what made Swiss Beats so great, because he was the first producer out the modern hip hop era who got that Korg Triton, and they didn't use no samples. So all the money went to him. So, and a lot of that stuff was R&B material. So it's important. What you're saying is that I think the early dudes in hip hop was sampling so much, it was looking like y'all not doing nothing. All y'all doing is sampling. But now, like you say, it's more originality. You got people playing keys, like, so it's more musicianship and more innovation in the genre, so you can have the balance. But originally, it was all samples, 100% samples. That's what it was.
It makes sense though, because hip hop started with just DJing. So
yeah,
that's how they made beats. Like Dr. Dre made beats off records. RZA, all the Wu-Tang beats. Wait. They used to go in the record stores and pull. Oh, I want this track. I go ahead and I mix it up and I made a beat.
I need the drum. I need the snare from Funky Drum. I need the horn from Idris Muhammad. I need the vocals from James Brown, Say It Loud, and they put it together.
Made a beat. That's originated of hip hop. That's how music producers started.
But that's a little more creative than somebody just going to the Wipe Me Down beat and taking the loop, and
changing the BPMs, and calling it a song.
That's what change the speed.
If it's a hit, then it's a song.
Hey, you know what though? You're right, because Virgil Abloh spoke about the 3% rule, saying, "Hey, you only got to edit some 3% to make it original thing." And they said that he was a plagiarist.
I know, I seen that.
You know what I'm saying? Like when we talk about copy and plagiarized stuff, like I'm just being honest with you, like a lot of the stuff right now in hip hop, because look, they did a lot of early 70s stuff. Now we older, you hear dudes sample B2K. I do it all the time. They sampling Pretty Ricky. So I think that them dudes have a different position on sampling because they were sampling. Now they look like, okay, we were sampling our records. Them other guys that they were sampling for 6 or 7, them people had to really learn them saxophones and them notes. Like it take years of repetition to learn these instruments and stuff, bro.
Everybody
I don't have a problem with it.
All y'all got valid points.
Shout out to the samplers.
Shout out to the samplers. Honestly, I just feel like personally, if I had to give my 3 cents and to close it out, I would say Noob. I think I love the passion, but I think the common consumer just want to be entertained. So I don't see why it would be a problem. Now, if Smokey Robinson said, "Yo, I don't give a shit because he getting a check," like, I mean, that should just say it all. Like, because, and then the L's point, your shit, your music, your product, your curation is moving on. Like, it's even within the bond. Like, if we come up with a fat or a stroll, like, when they switch it up, it's like, yo, I came up with that, or I came up with that chant, or that was my project, or that was my
your legacy.
That was my info. You know what I'm saying? and it lives on. Y'all might tweak it a little bit, but it lives on. You know what I'm saying? Or you take it somewhere else. They said a little different. You mad because they switched it up. It's like, nah, it still came from somewhere else. It came from here. And I think we just thinking too. I think we probably thinking too much on it. That's just me.
I
That's
feel
what.
like we be talking about trying to keep history alive. It's a way of still like just
let it do
keeping
it.
that song going.
And it's gonna make people go back and listen to the old shit.
Mhm.
Like, yo, all right, well, this is where you got it from. Let me go back and check out the old shit and with the original version. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I ain't tripping about it, bro. It's the way of the world at this point. Like, I'm not a fan, but I understand, like, that's the climate of what we doing. But I hear y'all, though, for sure.
And we hear you, too.
No, so let me say this. I gotta say this because this is so important. Like, even with the debate about how drill and stuff and me and that, I only attribute my success to that because I worked with everybody. So I had more ears to what I was doing. Therefore, it became the style to emulate because everybody was doing it. It wasn't just one group of people I was dealing with. So if you might not have been a fan of them, you didn't tune into the other work. So it's the same thing. It's like whoever makes this, like he just said about the info on Capital, whoever puts whatever out, that's going to be the rule of the day just off of exposure, whether it's in music, anything. So, like, a lot of people that be complaining about these samples, they don't even get sampled. Like 3 6 Mafia is the most sample. They stuff is everywhere, man. And, bro, DJ Plus, I get calls every day about that stuff. And, you know, I think that we need to start sampling more of the people that's not getting sampled so they could get a check. Ain't no 401k in rap music or none of this stuff.
No, I like that, actually.
When we say, okay, you know, we gonna sample Hezekiah Walker this because we want to make sure his family can eat off this. You know, that's just a good thing. So people get some money. Because that's what he talk about too. A lot of them dudes be getting sampled. I give you an example. I'm a snitch on myself. I sample Marvin Gaye and then pay them niggas nothing.
Oh, you tripping.
Oh my God.
The fudge.
Yeah. Newsflash. I'm going to tell you the song. It was Malcolm by G Herbo.
They gonna come for you.
Because he do
That's one of my favorite Herb.
No, but I chopped it up so you wouldn't know that. Woo, that's all Marvin Gaye.
You need to make a beat for him. He out here making R&B music.
It's over with. It's over with. That not got nothing to do with him. We got to do other stuff. I can't be doing the same, running the same Blue 42 from 10 years ago. What Napoleon say? One must change one's. Napoleon was one of the greatest.
No, we know this.
But he said one must change one's. One must change one's tactics every 10 years to maintain superiority. That's what he said. You got to change it up. You have to switch your angle on this. Any nigga up here talking, year 30, we got the new drill beats. Nigga, use a goofy. Nigga, you gotta edit this shit. You gotta re-rock and do some new shit. I'm not finna be still trying to recreate 2012, Jay-Z. Where from, you know what I'm saying? You can't live, niggas how redo 96. Nigga, that was 30 years ago. We got Cash App now. You gotta evolve. And that's another thing too. You gotta evolve what you do. I'm gonna shut up. All
right, let me ask you.
Shout out to Marvin Gaye.
Shout out to Marvin Gaye. Let me ask you, did you get any check or royalties when Nicki Minaj sampled Joe Kill shit?
Hell yeah. I drink off that every day. I'm gonna spit some unofficial. What? I don't know what's going on. Technically, I love it. I'm gonna spit some of the Marvin Gaye money that on the 8th. Nigga, come get me. Nigga, you can't spend it no more. I need that shit. I got a problem. But no, seriously though, is with Nick, like, but let's talk about sampling because I'm getting sampled crazy right now. My biggest sample right now is Kalani. Kalani by my boy Lee that made the beat from Jordan the Tune, whatever.
Yeah, really?
Yeah. I'm spending Kalani money. I ain't made that nigga sample. I don't care. This shit, I made this for free. What am I saying is that I love that because, cool, sample me. Because that's just, look, ESTG just paid Kanye $75,000 for Drive Slow, which is a sample of another song. So niggas getting paid for shit they say, you know what I'm saying? But the thing about hip hop is all this shit got to be free, man. If you sample me in about 2, 3, I got to get my money out, but I'm not going. You can have this shit. This shit for the culture. The Egyptians ain't charged no nigga to sample to see they great works. Here you go, man. Hey, this shit for the world, bro.
Drake gave Metro some free game. What he tell him? Shut your dumb ass up and make some drums.
Oh my
bro.
God. That's so funny.
But no,
That's
but
what it
Metro, you know, same thing. Like he's the most successful of all the rap producers of our generation. They need to be sampling him. Southside, same thing. Like all these guys do great work, but what I do want to say is this: is that I just don't like the fact that we don't take care of. Like I'm gonna say this, why don't we give a fuck about King Louis no more?
That's the conversation the other day.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like the people that are foundational and shit, no matter if it's drill, whatever, we gotta start showing them niggas love because we wouldn't be here if it wasn't for a lot of them dudes. You know what I'm saying? Like, and no matter what it is, like you gotta give deference to these people, bro, because they put their blood, sweat, and tears to build this thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just don't like that, man.
I think it's real quick, but I know with you saying that, it's a whole lot of founders of hip hop that are broke because
trash, bro.
Like I think what DJ Kool Herc, like nobody knows who he is, but he like created hip hop.
Maybe somebody should sample your shit.
Well, he didn't create hip hop; they was doing
one
it.
of the founders.
It was some other stuff, but who really sampled Kool? I'm just saying, there's no way in hell that it's certain niggas that is legendary, and now they doing $2,000 shows. Why is KRS-One legend? The teacher up here with some niggas, some Vice Lord niggas talking about, man, look, shit, we gonna do this show at the Hero shit. Like, what? Like, come on, bro. It's levels to this shit, G. I'm just saying, that's a problem for me. I should not have to sell out my culture in order to be decent long term.
That's the.
I was talking to Suge Knight about that shit.
Now you talking Suge Knight.
No, I'm there. I'll play the conversation.
I know.
We were talking about. Hold on, let me say this. We was talking about.
You
should be able to rap, and then your kids should be able to go to the dentist off you rapping. Your kids should be able to go get a physical. Like just real man shit.
But that's not even even though we got to transition from sampling. What you're saying is that's a conversation about business. I'm always tell people like rap. The reason why rappers in the situation they is because when they get into this shit, they don't
know the business.
They don't know the business, and you get what you negotiate. You have leverage in your contract. It's like anything you do. Like if your contract, if you say, "All right, if I'm gonna be a rapper, I need y'all to pay my dental plan for the next 10 years. I want that in my signing bonus." We don't think like that.
And also, like back then, when we talk about the legends, like back then, they was still creating what rap is today. So, how was they supposed to know?
And that's how I feel about drill. Like they be saying, "Oh, you didn't make all the right nigga." We was the first. Wasn't no niggas before us.
Y'all made the ins and outs. There was no ins and outs back then. So it's like,
well, shit. Yeah, you can't choke your days goodbye. So Marvin Day people see this shit, they coming for everything.
Bro,
flip that joint up. Okay?
Come on with it. I need the publicity. I'm gonna run a PR scheme on it. Let's go.
While we talking about kids, I actually got to go pick mine up. So.
Okay, we gotta go.
We gotta get up out of here. It's been a good show. 3:15. Let's get up out of here. What's the word? Cody, Bree.
Get your taxes done.
Get your taxes done. I just got I'm finna go finish mine today.
I got mine too. God is good.
Let me hold something.
I ain't got no money.
Shout out to Donald Trump for getting the IRS up out of there.
That mean my refund gonna be late?
Absolutely.
Like how late? I got things to do.
You better call them. You better be up in that club with them. Hey, I do want to know what they was drinking at that Trump rally.
Okay, we gonna know that on the next episode.
I thought the episode was over. I thought
yeah, I think we still. All right, see y'all back for real.